FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my neighbor.
Good morning to life.
Good morning.
Music, talk, inspiration, in perspective.
Express yourself. Good morning, my neighbor.
Citi FM, your station.
It's a refreshing lifestyle.
Citi FM 97.3.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Six 97.3 Citi FM. Welcome to Monday morning. Today is the 27th of October. We're so grateful to God for the 10th month of the year, and we're joining the Daughters of Glorious Jesus as they sing Be Brave. You've done a lot. You've done so much for us. We're grateful for the gift of life. We're grateful for your mercies, your forgiveness, your wisdom and your favor. We will not be ungrateful. We will definitely give you the glory. So we start by thanking the Lord, and also by thanking those who help make this station work. Our fantastic staff, the team that put together the Northern Business Fair. Names too many to mention. Special thanks to Frema Edunyame and the team, the Northern Region team led by Shawama Yusuf, Mohammed Aminu Alabira, our Upper West team, as well as our Upper East and Savannah teams. Thank you all for putting in the work to bring the spotlight of the nation to the people of Tamale. We're starting off with a newspaper review segment brought to you by Fidelity Bank. The Sika Boom Reloaded is resounding. You could win up to 100,000 cedis in the grand draw. 500 cedis is all you need to deposit, and gives you the chance to win up to 5,000 cedis every month. We have branches or agent points across the country. Fidelity Bank is here for your journey, Sika Boom style. The show is very interactive. There are lots of things to talk about today. Today is EdTech Monday. We're bringing you a very interesting conversation on special needs education and edtech. Education is big on the agenda. The Minister for Education was at the Mauli School, and before I even talk about that, just want to celebrate Mauli. You know the funny thing, Mauli and Graphic have the same age. They are both 75. They are both 75. So
interesting.
It was yellow and green all over the weekend.
My goodness.
And the Minister of Education seized the
Everywhere.
moment to make some very interesting pronouncements.
Yeah.
So congrats to all have you.
Yes.
This is for both home and abroad. You are 75. Your school has been a beacon of light in a region that cherishes education so much. So all Jolalians, happy 75th.
Hey, Jolalians?
No,
What did I say?
They have you.
I haven't had my morning cocoa.
They have
That's
you.
a sacrilege.
Forgive me.
I will finish you today.
You know the way our mind works.
Yes.
When you think of Kotoko, you think of heart.
Everything.
So once Mauli came into my head, Ketasco was
Yeah, playing around.
playing games. So please forgive me.
Yes.
So the minister has made some very interesting pronouncements about discipline in schools. We will not allow long hair. We like uniformity and conformity. He also says we want to introduce a mother tongue education at the basic level, and it's generating some controversy. Some of that will be discussed this morning. It was a very troubling weekend for road crashes. One happened on the Accra Kumasi Road again. The other one happened near the Kaswa toll booth. There was a third one somewhere in the Zabzugu area. And we're asking, what would it take to declare road crashes a public health emergency? The Ghana Medical Association called for this. We're not sure whether it's the Transport Ministry or the Roads Ministry or the Health Ministry that's supposed to take the lead, or whether we need the Ministry of Behavior. You know, the President Kufuor had national orientation. I really think, we don't need to call it a ministry. I think the greatest need of Ghana today is a national orientation program.
Alhaji Aliyu Mahama of blessed memory did,
how we drive,
indiscipline,
how we burn refuse,
matters.
how it's like the behavior of the public is so bad, particularly on our roads. Like this morning I was driving through Sky. This is where cantonments, high level area.
Charlie.
I saw a big truck with cement
Parked somewhere.
because somebody is building. And the question is, shouldn't there be regulations around whether this type of truck can enter this residential area? Even if you want to bring 20 bags of cement, there should be a rule that when you get to 37, you offload it into a smaller truck. But this long articulator, and this is near the French embassy.
Yeah.
Long ago. How did it get there?
Yeah, that's the issue. And you realize that the president elegantly spoke about a similar issue recently, where Ghanaian trucks, going to Burkina Faso, would overload their vehicles.
It's not Ghanaian trucks. It's trucks from other countries.
Okay, whatever it is, the point
Sometimes 3 times the axle load this thing.
And when they get to the border, because the rules in the other countries don't allow,
They will
so then they offload their goods and share them into 3 different trucks. Per how he explained
We are
it.
suffering from a lack of enforcement of rules.
Yep.
Our leaders in the various local spaces are failing us seriously, and I think we need a conversation on national orientation, bringing back common sense into the national behavior.
It is so very, very
back
important.
common sense.
Yes.
Let's start with the headlines, guys.
Let me take you to the Chronicle. Before that, let me just say good morning to Vera Haibo, who is a member of the
Stop doing the
Have
team, mother side, father side. There are plenty of people. Stop.
No, this one is a special,
Some people-
what do you call it?
No,
Happy.
they want to
Have
use
you?
the thing to, they want to use the thing to do their own thing. Don't do that.
The Chronicle says Brian shakes up MPP race. And we are told that he's toppled Kennedy in Ashanti, leads DMB in the Eastern region, according to Info Analytics. And he's in the spirit, he's praying.
In white.
Yeah.
I also saw a church program over the weekend. The guest was Kennedy Japan.
Oh, I see.
Special guest of honor.
okay.
And he had big men of God.
I see.
So the campaign has entered church. Let's enter the graphic.
Mahama, we are told, has also tightened the news on corruption.
But there's a sad one here. Poverty among Ghanaian pensioners high, Daily Graphic says, and tension mounts at Basa SHT as parents students protest 435,000 unapproved fees.
The news center has a story that says victims aiding fraudsters by unknowingly sharing pins and OTPs with scammers. This is coming in from Tamaklo Kwame Godwin, who is the Chief Regulatory Risk and Compliance Officer at the NML. Also on the front page this morning, Moses Baden, margins honored at Mobex Africa 2025.
Right. Daily Guide leads with minority blows alarm over unapproved government programs, and Tema Oil refinery assets not sold for $22 million. This is SEMC speaking. Quantity surveyors call for enhanced procurement practice.
Let me take you to the New Independent. The big story, appoint defense minister now. That's coming in from Tim Fojo, who is directing his call towards President John Dramani Mahama. Also, Forbes celebrates Alex Dade's leadership excellence.
Okay. The Herald Police Council cracks over IGP's replacement as Yoonu nears retirement. 13 heavily armed Chinese illegal miners arrested in 9 months operations as 120,000 Ghana cedi bribe offer fails.
The new publisher says Minister warns senior high school students no hairstyles, no long hair.
No long things. Basically, that's what he said.
I don't know
No
where.
long things.
Anyway, also on the front page too, Baumia convinces Bono. Bono is Enahafo. He is the candidate to beat, according to the newspaper.
Daily Democrat this morning. Gomoa Fete on time bomb over rampant sand winning. It has photographs of trucks and sand being loaded onto same. Very disturbing trend there.
The Informer, my final newspaper this morning, says corruption fight. AG warned against media propaganda trial.
Right.
It's a very, very important matter. Also, the front page this morning, Minister accuses GTEC of extortion.
Right.
And comes with a photograph of Grace Ayensu Danko, Deputy Minister of Health.
The Business and Financial Times, GIPC begins regional investment roadshows in Volta and OT regions, and BOG to pilot open banking framework.
Online, parents, students should pursue legal action over unfair hairstyle rules. EduWatch on citinewsroom.com. Northern Business Fair, a gateway to new opportunities for Northern Ghana. Also, government to borrow 75 billion cedis from domestic bond market in Q4, and appoint substantive defense minister now.
Yes.
Dominic Nitiwu tells Mahama. Meanwhile, driver indiscipline blamed for fatal Kasua Winneba highway crash. Ashama residents are raising concern over 40 traffic lights, and Tema Assembly set to clear illegal structures, all happening on citinewsroom.com. Channel 1 News leads as well with a focus on the Northern Business Fair, a gateway to new opportunities for Northern Ghana. In other stories, free education for PWDs must be entrenched in law. This is EduWatch speaking. And BOG increases license renewal fees for forex bureaus. Meanwhile, Talensi MP says food glut under control, Bava stock to stabilize the market. In other stories, Major Online, the lead headline there is Finance Minister expected to present 2026 budget on November 13. Fabak blames high import duties for smuggling and surge draining Ghana's economy. Meanwhile, they also say criminal networks are bleeding Ghana dry as smuggling surges. Speaking of smuggling, Caleb, the High Street Journal has a very interesting headline. Ghana loses over 300 million cedis every month to sugar and rice smuggling.
Wow.
300 million cedis every month
Wow.
to sugar and rice smuggling. Meanwhile, Ghana's real estate sector and unexplained wealth. Sam Jonah has been speaking about this. He says a lot of our high-rise buildings, they belie an economy that does not make sense. There's an article here that says Ghana's real estate sector and unexplained wealth. Professor Azar proposes a 10-point plan to sanitize the system. Meanwhile, BOG confirms weakening US dollar boosted the cedi in 2025 despite divided opinions. And across the continent, they are still arguing in Cameroon over who won the election. And Ivorian youth are demanding jobs and peace ahead of a crucial election as well. Let's start with the details here.
So let me take you to this story about no hairstyles that is creating problems for the Minister for Education. The story is in the New Publisher. Says the Education Minister Haruna Idrisu has put an end to the debate on whether or not senior high school students in government and government-assisted schools should be allowed to keep long hairstyles in whatever way they can or deem fit, even if the hairstyles that do not conform to the regulations of schools. Now, speaking over the weekend, according to the newspaper, at the 75th anniversary celebrations of the Mauli School in the Volta region, Haruna Idrisu says schools in Ghana are not avenues for beauty contests where students should be allowed to keep long hairstyles they so wish. The Education Minister directed school heads and Ghana Education Service directors across the country to stick strictly to the laid down regulations of discipline and conformity to uniformity in how students should appear.
He's been making more directives. Use local language for instruction at basic schools. Education Minister directs at Mauli Senior Mauli School's 75th anniversary. The Minister of Education, Haruna Idrisu, has directed all basic schools to fully implement the policy of using Ghanaian languages as the medium of instruction from kindergarten to lower primary. He said research findings have proved beyond doubt that learners grasp the message in the classroom better in languages they were most conversant with. Mr. Idrisu was speaking at a Deba to climax the 75th anniversary of Mauli School in Ho.
There's two reactions to the two stories you read. Parents and students should pursue legal action over what they consider unfair hairstyle rules. So, education consultant and ED of Africa Education Watch, Kofi Asare, has urged parents and students to pursue legal redress if they feel unfairly treated under the new hairstyle directive issued by the Education Minister. His remarks were the Minister's instruction to GS. Now, in an interview on Channel 1 Newsroom with Charles Owusu-Kumi on Sunday, October 26, Kofi Asare noted that while the Minister's directive aims to promote uniformity and hygiene among students, it must still respect the rights of individuals. He says students who feel victimized or discriminated against because of hairstyle have the right to challenge such actions through legal means. Then on the local language one, there's an article that has been sent to my inbox this morning by an academic, which is a long write-up. So, a concerned Ghanaian engineering product developer and advocate for children's futures. Now, he's basically arguing that this new local language policy is a disaster waiting to happen, and he raises critical questions for the minister. I will discuss it, but he says stealing our children's future. Why Ghana's mother tongue education policy is a disaster waiting to happen, and what we must do instead. He calls it a comprehensive counter argument to Ghana's dangerous new language policy. It will be on Channel 1 News website for you to read.
How do you say a lion? A lion has a tail in heaven.
What about photosynthesis?
Is it a trick question? We'll figure it out. Let's go on.
Let me take you to some
textbooks.
Let me take you to some other stories this morning. But there's a story on the front page of the Chronicle that says Mahama shakes up or tightens the news on corruption. Maybe you can.
He's also
look
been
into-
urged to appoint a substantive defense minister.
Yes,
so
okay.
Dominic Nitiwul, the immediate past defense minister under the MPP administration, is urging President Mahama to, at a matter of urgency, appoint a substantive minister for defense to provide leadership in addressing emergency security threats across the country. He says that we all know that Atuforsen is busy with the budget, and the deputy cannot act as the defense minister.
Yeah.
It's the reason the president asked the finance minister to act as the interim defense minister. We know the finance minister doesn't have time. I think it's time for the president to look for and nominate somebody to take over. This call is echoed by the MP for Asin South.
You find that story on
Yes.
the front page of the New Independent. But quickly, the one on corruption says in the Chronicle this morning, page 7 says Richard Owusu Ajaw is a reporter. It says the Ministry of Finance has issued a firm directive to all ministries, departments, and agencies to complete their migration onto the Ghana Electronic Procurement System by January 2026, marking a major milestone in government's drive to automate and sanitize the country's public procurement and payment systems. Now, this we are told is in line with the president's directive to deal with the matter of corruption.
Poverty among Ghanaian pensioners high. There is a high incidence of poverty among Ghanaian pensioners. A survey conducted by the Africa Center for Retirement Research has revealed. Using a poverty measurement threshold of $2 a day, the survey found that out of 3 out of every 5 pensioners, representing 60%, were poor and struggled to live well in retirement. Now, story goes on page 13 to say that checks by the Daily Graphic indicate that more than 257,000 people are currently on the SNIT pension payroll, while the highest pension receiver takes home about 201,000 Ghana cedis, with others within the band ending more than 100,000. Those receiving about 1,000 Ghana cedis are in the majority. The smallest pension amount currently is 300 Ghana cedis. Indeed, there are still people working today whose basic salaries are as low as 400 Ghana cedis a month.
Let me give you some 3 road crash stories that are very troubling indeed. So it started over the weekend in the Ashanti region, where the Accra Kumasi Road claimed yet another group of lives. Then after this, there was another one Citi Newsroom published. Several passengers feared death following a tragic early morning crash at the Kaswa toll booth. For nearly an hour, paramedics struggled to find an advanced health facility to receive a critically injured patient after initial treatment at the Ngleshi and Manfo Clinic. Then a broken down truck left on the Kwashiman Road for 4 days caused major traffic disruption and frustration among motorists. Residents called for urgent action to clear the obstruction. Then 3 dead and several others injured in Tatale Zabzugu road crash. All of this over the same weekend. And I'll read this one for you because it points to a much bigger problem. Reported by Mohammed Aminu Alabira, says an accident on the Tatale Zabzugu road on Friday night claimed 3 lives and left 10 others injured. The crash occurred when a Kia truck carrying traders returning from Kakbalgulu Market collided with a stationary Moto King tricycle that had broken down and had been left on the road. The Kumasi team also brought us another road crash on the Accra Kumasi Road, which left about 12 people injured or 15 people injured in the same weekend. Sky, we've crossed the 2,000 threshold even before reaching the end of the year. And I'm talking about people dying from road crashes. It's something that we need to do something serious about. All right, let me come to you.
Let me take you to a story in the Herald newspaper that says 13 heavily armed Chinese illegal miners arrested in 9 months operations. Bernard, the guns that these guys were wielding allegedly, if you look at the story says...
It's not alleged. We have seen them holding the gun.
Well, the guns is
they are wielding it, not allegedly.
They are in front of them. You never know. The story on page 2 says the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretary, 9 months, last week arrested 13 heavily armed Chinese nationals engaged in illegal mining, also known as galamsey, in 2 separate locations in the Western and Ashanti regions. Now, the coordinated operations took place at Abusa in the Ashanti region and Hiawa Kufrum in the Western region. You want to get details of that story, but if you turn to page 3 of the same newspaper, there's a story that says Police Council cracks over IGP's replacement. The story says the Herald has learnt of growing divisions within the Police Council, chaired by Vice President J. Nana Opoku-Agyeman, over the search for a new Inspector General of Police to replace the incumbent Christian Ndete-Yaonu, who is scheduled to retire on the 27th of December 2025. So he chopped the team for 1 year.
Well, China's Green Forest dazes Ashanti minister after realizing how China has preserved its green forests and beautiful rivers. Ashanti Regional Minister Dr. Frank Amwakuhine has virtually admitted that all this while he has not been doing enough to fight the illegal mining, galamsey menace, which is destroying the environment in his region. According to him, his recent visit to Zhengzhou in China has been an eye-opener to him that his efforts in the fight against galamsey and protecting the rivers and forests in his region are woefully inadequate.
All right. Now, the High Tribunal has a story that's quite interesting. Ghana loses over 300 million cedis every month to sugar rice smuggling. And the story says the Food and Beverage Association has issued an urgent warning about a widespread smuggling crisis, revealing that the nation loses an estimated 300 million cedis in revenue each month from just sugar and rice alone. This illicit trade is severely undermining local industries and depriving government of tax revenue. Data shared by former President John Aouni illustrates a shift in trade patterns driven by smuggling. He said while Ghana now officially imports 660 containers of sugar per month, a total of 2,200 containers per month enter through Togo. This figure represents a jump from the 2,000 containers per year that used to come through Togo, indicating an escalating problem. FABAC estimates that nationwide, unmonitored smuggling activities are costing Ghana hundreds of millions of cedis every week. Sky, generally, there's a failure of enforcement of everything. Road traffic rules, even the types of vehicles that can drive on certain roads, things that are being sold at our ports. People are failing the country every day.
Yep.
Fabak says the situation is a double tragedy because legitimate businesses grappling with rising operational costs, heavy taxation, and complex port procedures are suffering, while smugglers operate freely,
Can you imagine?
flooding the market with untaxed and often substandard goods. Essential commodities like rice, cooking oil, sugar, alcoholic beverages, and textiles are being extensively smuggled into the country through both official and unofficial border points.
Wow. Let me
It's
take
terrible.
you. Yeah, I agree with you. Let me take you to two quick stories related to the Attorney General. The first one is in the the Informer, actually. It says AG warned against media and propaganda trial. That story says Ghana's Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Dominica Yine, has been advised not to make political propaganda the focus of his outfit's resolve to fight corruption and recover monies allegedly embezzled and or looted by former appointees of Nana Akufo-Addo's government. And this is coming in from Joseph Penka. And if you go to the other story you find in the Herald newspaper, Attorney General defends $2 million overpayment claim. And the story says the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Dominica Yine, has reiterated that he possesses evidence to substantiate allegations of a $2 million overpayment and tax evasion against J8 Plant Pool, suppliers of equipment for the government's district roads program, which is the DRIP one that we all talk
All right,
about.
Caleb, if you don't have any more, let me take you abroad. Two quick stories. Cameroon arrest opposition members ahead of election results. I'm reading Bloomberg Africa. Cameroonian gendarmeries arrested more than 20 opposition members ahead of the proclamation of the October 12 presidential election results, which is expected to confirm nonagerian Paul Biya's victory to serve another 7-year term, despite allegations of voting irregularities. He's 92, so if he wins, he'll finish by 99.
He grew past Benyasa.
On the same website, Ivory Coast counts presidential vote. Ouattara is seen winning. This election is seen as an erosion of democracy in the country after key rivals Tidjane Thiam and Laurent Gbagbo were barred from participating by the country's courts. And the Electoral Commission has between October 26 and 30 to announce the provisional results, with the final declaration to be made by the country's Constitutional Council. And Ouattara is expected to secure his 4th term.
Yeah.
And so it also term limits have come up for discussion.
Yes, quickly though, if you are interested in the Mauli story, please go to page 6 of the News Center. They have a beautiful write-up on what happened in Mauli over the weekend.
Thank you, Sky.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Go me. At what time when you come back, we I don't hear the sound of your car. Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It be the same, right? It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. One pair way now open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, they make a finish Magobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you hand the Magobe inside? I give you info. Make a feel the Gobe too small. Go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Sika boom. Fidelity Bank say save and win. Muntio. Sika boom. Just deposit and begin. Sika every 500 CDs you keep for a month, you get 1 point all at once. More deposits gets more points in. More points, more cash you feel win. How many points? 1 point every 500 CDs. What if you win? 5,000 CDs monthly. And the grand prize? Hey! 100,000 Ghana CDs.
Don't wait. Visit any Fidelity branch or agent nationwide to deposit in multiples of 500 CDs. The more you deposit, the better your chances to win 5,000 CDs monthly and 100,000 CDs in the grand draw. Terms and conditions apply. Win with us. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Sika boom.
This is an NLA approved promo, now running on the Caritas Lottery platform.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
City Business News with Valex Lees, MTN and EcoBank. Nila Tilati has the details. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. Hello and welcome to the breakfast edition of City Business News on 97.3 City FM, proudly brought to you by MTN, Valex and EcoBank. Coming up, government to raise 75.7 billion Ghana cedis from the domestic market in the last quarter of 2025. Also, a national economic emergency, that's FABAC speaking, over what it describes as rampant smuggling and high import duties draining billions of cedis from state coffers. Much later, Maiden Northern Business Fair exceeds expectations, with sponsors applauding Channel 1 Television and Citi FM for massive organization and high turnout. I am Nila Telate. Details now. First up, government is targeting to raise 75.7 billion Ghana cedis from the domestic market in the fourth quarter of 2025 amid plans to reopen bonds issued under the domestic debt exchange program as part of measures to manage its debt portfolio and sustain fiscal operations. Here is more.
According to the latest issuance calendar released by the Bank of Ghana, about 67.5 billion cedis of the amount will go toward rollover maturities, while the remaining 8.2 billion cedis represent fresh issuance to support government expenditure and fiscal operations for the fourth quarter. The central bank says the borrowing will be executed through the regular issuance of 91-day, 182-day, and 364-day treasury bills, alongside possible reopenings of existing bonds under the domestic debt exchange program, depending on market conditions. It adds that the move aligns with government's broader debt management strategy aimed at deepening the domestic capital market, lengthening debt maturity profiles, and enhancing transparency in public borrowing.
Emmanuel upon with that business desk report. Now, government's short-term borrowing effort came under renewed pressure last week as it missed its treasury bill target by 30%, raising 4.76 billion Ghana cedis against a planned 6.82 billion Ghana cedis. Now, data from the Bank of Ghana showed that despite the shortfall, all bids submitted were accepted, an indication of the Treasury's growing urgency to meet its near-term financing needs. There's more in the following report.
A breakdown of the results showed that the 91-day bill dominated the auction, attracting bids worth 4.87 billion Ghana cedis, all of which were accepted. The 182-day bill followed with 785 million Ghana cedis tendered and taken up, while the 364-day bill recorded bids totaling 487 million Ghana cedis, which were also fully accepted. Yields showed a mixed performance across the short-term curve, with the 91-day bill declining slightly by 2 basis points to 10.67%, while the 182-day bill inched up by 3 basis points to 12.46%. The 364-day bill dropped by 5 basis points to 12.87%. Market watchers say the shortfall highlights mounting pressure on government's domestic financing plan, with the recent underperforming auctions widening funding gaps. According to DataBank's fixed income analyst Wilson Zilevu, the Treasury's decision to accept all bids reflects efforts to ease liquidity constraints ahead of the upcoming budget presentation.
The full subscription witnessed last week signals the Treasury's resurfacing demand for funds. After a series of missed issuance targets, the repeated undersubscriptions meant that the Treasury was unable to meet its planned net issuance amounts for a certain calendar window. This has most likely prompted the Treasury to come back to market strongly to accept some of these high yield bids to meet certain target amounts. So far, uptakes in October accounts for about 22% of the gross issuance target of about 75 billion, leaving roughly about 50 billion yet to be raised from the market. So there's this quest for money demand, and in the near future we should see increased acceptance by the Treasury.
Netele Nete Ajaho filed that report. Away from that, the Bank of Ghana has increased the biennial license renewal fee for all licensed foreign exchange bureaus across the country from 800 Ghana cedis to 2,000 Ghana cedis, representing a 150% increase. According to the central bank, the upward review forms part of ongoing regulatory reforms aimed at strengthening oversight and ensuring the long-term sustainability of operations within the foreign exchange sector. The revised fee takes immediate effect and applies to all licensed operators. The bank also reminded all foreign exchange bureaus renew their licenses no later than 2 months before expiry under the revised Forex Bureau regulations. In more stories, the Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, FABAG, is warning that a surge in smuggling is crippling the economy, with illicit goods flooding local markets while government loses vital tax revenue. FABAG said smugglers are cashing in on high import tariffs and cumbersome port procedures, leaving compliant traders and manufacturers struggling to stay afloat. Here's more from the statement from the association. FABAG said that intelligence from border communities and industry partners point to a sharp increase in the illegal importation of items such as rice, cooking oil, sugar, alcoholic beverages, and textiles, many of which enter Ghana untaxed and below standard quality requirements. The group also estimates that the country could be losing hundreds of millions of cedis each week through the unmonitored smuggling activities across both official and unapproved entry points. The trend, according to FABAG, poses a triple threat. 1. Eroding investor confidence. 2. Weakening the cedi. And 3. Putting thousands of jobs at risk in the manufacturing and distribution sectors. FABAG is therefore calling on the Ministry of Finance, the Ghana Revenue Authority, and the Ministry of Trade and Industry, as well as national security agencies, to tighten border controls and work closely with local communities to dismantle smuggling networks. With the 2026 budget presentation fast approaching, FABAG is also urging a comprehensive overhaul of the country's import tax regime, arguing that punitive duties and complex customs procedures are fueling the black market and undermining formal trade. And our sponsors of the Made in Northern Business Fair have expressed satisfaction with the success of the 2-day event, which wrapped up at the Aliu Mahama Sports Stadium in Tamale. Organized by Channel 1 TV and Citi FM, the fair attracted hundreds of exhibitors and patrons, and the sponsors say the turnout and level of participation exceeded expectations. There is more in the following report.
From hand-woven smokes and share-made beauty products to locally processed foods and innovative tech solutions, the fair transformed the stadium into a vibrant marketplace of creativity and enterprise. For many, it wasn't just a trade exhibition, it was a celebration of made in Ghana excellence, bringing together small and medium enterprises, startups, researchers and artisans from the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East and Upper West regions. Among those pleased with the outcome was the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, GEPA, a sponsor of the event. Senior Export Development Officer Joanna Abombisa described the partnership with Channel 1 and Citi FM as a valuable opportunity to promote Ghanaian products to a wider audience.
We are sponsored about 20 SMEs that are here. Yes, and some were captured with a GSM, so they are all here to showcase their products. And so we are grateful for you to come all the way from Accra to Tamale here to showcase our local products here to the world. And our people are so happy. So we pray that it should continue sponsoring them or coming every year so that our products will also be exported outside the country.
The Ghana Enterprises Agency also commended the initiative. Regional Manager Bukari Mohammed noted that the fair provided a rare opportunity for local businesses to showcase their work.
You can see from the participants, at least they are eager to be part of this program. Other people are even coming, asking to be allowed to be part of this exhibition. So it is our wish. And for us as Ghana Enterprise Agency, is one of our core mandates is access to market, to be able to at least provide an opportunity for producers of various products to market their products, to be able to have access to international and local markets. Okay, so we would wish that exhibitions like this are organized annually.
And for EcoBank, the event offered more than visibility. The bank's Tamale branch manager, Isifu Adams, said the fair gave EcoBank a direct channel to engage clients, promote its services, and empower entrepreneurs with access to financing and advisory support.
EcoBank, as you can see, is the headline sponsors of this program. It shows our commitment to the growth and sustainability of the SME in this country. So we are proud to be associated with this first Northern Business Fair. So at EcoBank, we believe that SME is the engine of growth of this economy, and we are proud to be associated with this program in that it gives us the platform to be able to finance more of these SMEs, to grow them to a level that they can be more sustainable in this country.
You heard the Tamale branch manager of EcoBank, Isifu Adam, ending that report filed by Emmanuel upon the Northern Business Fair 2025 was powered by Channel 1 TV and Citi FM and proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, and supported by Caxstone Records. Before I go, the Finance Minister, Dr. Kasaya Latofos, is expected to present the 2026 budget statement and economic policy to Parliament on November 13 in what will be the government's first full year fiscal blueprint since its 2024 electoral victory. Citi News understands that the ministry has completed several rounds of stakeholder consultations with industry groups, development partners, and civil society to shape the policy direction of the budget. That's it for the bulletin. I'm Neil Atilati. Do have a good business day.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s, you lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change. Powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hey, Ruben. Every 2 seconds notification. The Momo keeps on coming. It keeps on coming, eh?
Ma, I am the community Momo man now. People send money, and with the Momo app, every payment is done. My transactions are flying.
Hey, Aden.
Ma, you didn't know, eh?
Over 2 million Ghana cedis is up for grabs in the Stillman Saka promo. Transact more than 100 Ghana cedis with your Momo app, and you could win daily, weekly, and monthly cash prizes, and 100,000 Ghana cedis grand prize. And it's not just payments and money transfers. Bank to wallet transactions, savings, loans, investments, pensions, POS transactions, and Momo transactions from other partner platforms qualify. This promo runs in collaboration with the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
Announcing Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing. Yes, from just 983 Ghana cedis, you can lease a multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Yes, unlimited and free paper every month. Guess what? That's not all. Toners, repairs, and maintenance all are free. And oh, I'm not kidding at all. And we cover the whole country. Yes, the whole country. What are you waiting for? Just visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. I repeat, or call 0244 644048. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Attention officers, schools, print hubs. Why buy a photocopier when you can lease and print unlimited? Valex Lease Equip Limited is Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing service. From just 983 Ghana cedis a month, you can lease a reliable multifunctional photocopier, print unlimited with free paper included. You will enjoy free toner, free cartridges, free repairs, and free maintenance. And this service is available across all regions in the country. Save your money for what matters most. Visit valexlease.com 0244644048. Call this number and you'll never regret it. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions. And it's amazing how the world is ever changing and evolving. It's fascinating to think about what the next big thing could be. A lot has changed, but guess what? So has EcoBank. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has pioneered a range of digital-first banking solutions designed for the way we live today. From the mobile app EcoBank Pay, Express Points across the country, EcoBank is right where you are. EcoBank is a better way to bank your way. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. There is over 2 million Ghana cedis up for grabs in the Still Mensaka promo. Use your Momo app to make transactions of more than 100 Ghana cedis daily and win daily cash from 100 to 200 cedis, weekly jackpots up to 2,000 cedis plus yellow-based routers or monthly prizes up to 5,000 Ghana cedis. There's a mega draw too with a massive 100,000 cedis, 50,000, 30,000 and 100 Ghana cedis up for grabs. It's not just the Momo app. Payments through bank transfers, POS, advanced services and even third-party transactions also qualify. So don't wait. Download the Momo app, transact and win in the Still Mensaka promo. We are running this in collaboration with the NLA on its Caritas Lottery platform. T's and C's apply. Benjamin Nketia is here with Kickoff. That's brought to you by Lesheho. We're 15 years old. 15 years, you, our cherished customers, have trusted us to improve lives across the country. We celebrate this milestone with you. We say a heartfelt thank you to you. Thank you for making us improve lives every day. Visit any of our branches, call or WhatsApp Nana on 02700 4799 for any of our financial solutions. Lesheho Ghana, 15 years of improving lives and still counting. So how do you want your engine to feel today? Confident, ready, protected and ready to perform? Then let's talk about Shell V-Power. Shell V-Power with Dynaflex technology is specially formulated to clean and protect your engine, giving it that boost it needs. It's designed to remove performance-robbing deposits so that your engine performs at its best. So fill up with Shell V-Power at a Shell service station near you and fuel performance, fuel confidence, fuel protection over and over again. Fuel unbeatable because the best choice feels just right. Feel the feeling with Shell V-Power, where Shell go well. Benjamin Nketia has kickoff.
Looking for Cash. Didn't fancy it first time. What a brilliant second touch! Natty Cash scores against Manchester City again. He got one 4 seasons ago at the Etihad. Villa's well-worked corner routine.
And a wonderful morning to all of you out there. Manchester City, they stumbled away from home as Matty Cash first half strike secured a 1-0 win for Aston Villa in the Premier League. We'll hear from government spokesperson Felix Kwatiofosu on Black Stars head coach Otto Addo. Kickoff is proudly brought to you by Shell V-Power, Zonda GH, Politan Ghana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. Let's get into the details now. And spokesperson to the president, Felix Kwatiofosu, has described calls for the dismissal of Black Stars head coach Otoado as unfortunate and misplaced. Now, he made the remarks in Parliament while addressing the House on issues relating to Ghana's qualification for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The Black Stars secured their 5th World Cup appearance earlier this month, but some sections of the public have called for Otoado's removal despite the team's qualification.
There have been calls for the dismissal of the coach who guided us on this qualification path. Mr. Speaker, I believe that these calls are a bit unfortunate and they are misplaced, because the man who has guided us to this qualification in stellar fashion is best placed to prepare the team for the competition itself. Because the way national teams work these days, there's hardly any time for the team to camp for an extensive period in order to hone their tactics and prepare for the competition itself. So it will be a tragic mistake to dismiss the coach and hire a new person who will have very little time to prepare the team. The competition is in about 7 months, but in between that period, the team will not be camping for more than 3 or 4 occasions. And that time is simply too short for any experimentation.
Deputy Minority Whip Habib Idrisu also cautioned that the 2014 Brazil scandal must not be repeated at the upcoming World Cup in the USA, Canada, and Mexico.
We are proud of the Black Stars that we are going for another World Cup again. Mr. Speaker, we don't have enough time to talk, except that I want to draw the Majority Chief Whip attention that 2026 World Cup in either Canada, US, or Mexico must not be a repetition of what happened in 2014. That what happened in Brazil, we must, as much as possible, make sure that what happened in Brazil doesn't happen again. Mr. Speaker, I thank you. When we get more opportunity, we will discuss further. There shouldn't be any scandal in this World Cup.
Away from the Black Stars, the Black Queens of Ghana refused to train over the weekend ahead of their decisive return leg against Egypt in the 2026 WAFCON qualifiers in protest over unpaid bonuses. Now, reports indicate that players of the women's senior national team are still owed $9,500 each in outstanding bonuses from their bronze medal campaign at the 2024 WAFCON in Morocco. Now, the team had previously threatened to boycott the first leg of the qualifier, but eventually honored the match after several high-level interventions. However, with the second leg scheduled for Tuesday at the Accra Sports Stadium, the players staged a fresh protest on Saturday, refusing to train until the owed allowances are paid. Let's move away from that to the Ghana Premier League. And Ghana Premier League side Nations FC announced the departure of head coach Kasim Okansemengo and his assistant Johnson Smith, despite securing a 3-2 victory over 11 Wonders on match day 7 of the Ghana Premier League campaign. Now, the club confirmed the decision in an official statement and said that it is a mutual agreement. Let's get to some other stuff. And Mediama returned to the summit of the league with a narrow 1-0 victory over Swedro All Blacks at the TNA Stadium in Takwa. Now, Hearts of Oak and Bibiani Gold Stars also played out an entertaining 2-2 draw at the Accra Sports Stadium, a result that kept the Phobians unbeaten but also saw them drop out of the top 4. Let's hear from Hearts of Oak head coach Masood Didi Dramani.
Oh, I think no. We definitely should have won the game. You know, hands down. First 15 minutes, we should have we created some very decent opportunity chances. But I think still we need to improve on our decision making in the final third to pick out the right options at a very decisive moments.
The first half was a different story. You played well, got a goal. What really happened in the second half? Because you seem to have capitulated.
No, I think even in the second half we still dominated play. We were playing the game in their half, and then we have always known that they will be very dangerous in terms of their transitional play. All the 2 goals were from transitional play. When we lost our balance, it's when they capitalized on, and also we also had some injuries, which also was a factor for us to change something when we needed to change at that time. But it's also part of the game.
Hearts of Oak head coach Masood Dede Dramani. Let's move on to some foreign staffer Mickey van der Ven. He scored twice as Tottenham Hotspur extended their unbeaten run on the road in the Premier League and handed Everton their first defeat at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Now, Unai Emery celebrated 3 years as Aston Villa manager with a hard-fought 1-0 victory to end Manchester City's 9-game unbeaten run. Let's hear from Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola.
In 3 times they come there and they lost, yeah. That's all. It's a tough place. It's a tough place. So I don't know how many games they lost here. I mean, in the beginning of the season, they started a little bit in the situation, but Unai always settle good the things, and it's a really good team. All I can say, I said all the time. So I admire them, and they do very good things. But not for that, not just the question. So always I believe we have to do it as a team, and we were there. So it's more that position, that this position, the long balls and the duels. We were in the first half, especially, we were not able to regain that ball to continue to play. And when that happens, you know, when you go high pressing, take long ball, you win that ball, you play. You do lose that ball, many things happen.
Pep Guardiola is Manchester City boss. On the side of Arsenal, Eberechi Eze, he scored his first goal for Arsenal Football Club against his former team Crystal Palace as Arsenal stayed at the top of the table and extended their lead to 4 points. Now, he joined the Gunners for £67 million, and Arsenal scored from another trademark set piece. And on Saturday, Sunderland moved into second place temporarily in the Premier League as Talby scored a 94th minute winner to stun Chelsea 2-1 at the bridge. Meanwhile, Brian Mbeumo scored twice as United also survived a late scare against Brighton and Hove Albion to claim their third successive Premier League win for the first time since February 2024. Brentford also heaped further misery on Premier League champions Liverpool with a fully deserved 3-2 victory at the G-Tech Community Stadium. When you go to Spain, it was El Clasico time. Jude Bellingham and Kylian Mbappe were the stars of the show as Real Madrid beat Barcelona by 2-1 at the Santiago Bernabeu, a game that saw some controversy towards the end with players, management members and technical team members all getting into some scuffle there. Let's get to some basketball to finish in the NBA. The Mavs returned to winning ways. Number 1 draft pick Cooper Flagg did his thing when they beat the Raptors 129-139 is how it ended. Victor Wembanyama is looking like the MVP already early season. They are 3-0 to start the season, beating the Brooklyn Nets, that's the San Antonio Spurs. The Boston Celtics continue with their shaky start. They haven't won a game this season, this time losing to the Detroit Pistons, and then also the Cavs beating the Bucks. The Knicks lost to the Miami Heat. You had the Timberwolves beating the Pacers, and then Austin Reeves scoring 51 points to lead the Lakers to a 127-120 victory over the Sacramento Kings. That's all for this morning's edition of Kickoff. I am Benjamin Nketiah. Kickoff is proudly brought to us by Shell V Power, Zonda GH, Polytangana, and Lecheho. Let's improve life. There's more sports at citysportsonline.com.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number 1. Let's go, we improve your life. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, we improve your life.
Do you ever wonder how your car's engine is doing as you drive?
Not often.
Does it feel confident and protected, or is it tired and struggling?
I have a busy schedule, so I leave matters of my engine to Shell V Power. With Shell V Power, you can feel confident because it is the best ever fuel designed for performance and efficiency. Shell V Power removes performance rubbing deposits, so you can feel protected. Fill up with Shell V Power at a Shell service station near you.
Feel confidence, feel protection, and feel performance over and over again with Shell V-Power. Fuel the feeling with Shell V-Power. Go well.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. We all feel it sometimes, that pressure to keep up. You see a friend buy a new car or take a trip to Dubai and suddenly you start thinking, maybe I'm behind. What am I doing wrong? But here's the truth. You're not on the same journey. You cannot see beyond what they show you. Focus on your own story because financial peace beats showing off. At Petra, we help you set goals that fit your life, not someone else's Instagram reel. Your money doesn't need to make noise. It just needs to grow steadily. Let's do life together. Dial *44*70# to speak to an advisor today. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
The winning season is back, but this time I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank accounts too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Momo or card if you are abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana Cedi into 500 times more. And the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Hot pepper powder. This advert is FDA approved.
This November, something amazing is coming to Accra. Are you a farmer with fresh produce? Are you into fish farming, poultry or livestock? Then get ready for the November edition of the AgriFair 2025. Yes, AgriFair 2025. It's happening on Friday the 28th to Sunday the 30th of November. It's happening at the A4 Southern Children's Park and it's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. It's the ultimate weekend marketplace. From fruits and vegetables to poultry, livestock and fish to agri-inputs and processing machinery. All at unbeatable farm gate prices. Whether you're selling or buying, this is your chance to connect, trade and grow. Enjoy the freshest farm produce, sizzling kebabs, and a vibrant marketplace atmosphere all in one space. Register now and secure your spot. Call 0558-973-973 for more information. AgriFair 2025, where culture meets innovation. The AgriFair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 Citi FM.
Are you ready to unlock the next big thing? It's a universe of endless possibilities. Get ready to be part of this universe.
Imagine a home where comfort meets quality and energy savings, where every warm shower feels perfect. That's the everyday luxury you enjoy with Ariston water heaters, with Italian quality built to last for your family's comfort. With its cutting-edge technology, smart power-saving features, experience hot water on demand, and energy savings for comforting warmth every morning. Upgrade your home with the trusted quality of Ariston water heaters today. For more information, visit our website www.ariston.com.
Hello, I am Teacher Jane. Are you Eric's mom?
Yes.
Well, today in class, he kept challenging me about a certain point for more than 5 minutes.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry, Mommy. I love his confidence. Our world needs more people who can speak up. So well done.
Oh, thank you. Confident, curious kids will change our world. Nido is specially formulated with iron, vitamin C, and A. Nido, your love, their future. This advert is FDA approved.
It's the Electroland Xmas Picky Warmer promotion. Citi is appreciating and Electroland is offering. Buy Nasco LED TV from $6.99 Ghana cedis. And when you buy Nasco French door, you get a free 5-gas cooker. Buy Nasco 425-liter chest freezer and get free 24-inch TV. Now buy the 545 to 800-liter Nasco chest freezers and get free tabletop fridge. Buy selected TCL smart TVs and get free TV wall bracket, air purifier, and professional monitor. Or you can buy TCL side-by-side fridge and get free 24-inch LED TV. Buy the Samsung QLED 4K Neo TVs from 65 to 100-inch and get your free music frame wireless speaker. Buy Samsung DuraCool Twin Cooling Plus and get free blender or 4-burner gas cooker. Now rush to Electroland showrooms or authorized dealers in Ghana. Call 050-315-9339 or visit www.electrolandgh.com.
Whether you're buying water from your favorite spot in Osu, shopping online for the latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, click. So many options, yet so easy. With layers of security protecting every payment, your money stays safe. From Trotro to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard. Safe, convenient, priceless.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
The power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
.40 Citi Breakfast Show. Couple of quick requests coming through. Happy birthday to Dennis Dominic Kwesi Safo of St. Faustina RC Basic School in Kasua Amanfrom from your wife, Madam Rita Safo, and the family. Happy birthday to Samuel Ewudzi Arthur Nana Kojodazi, the first Guantuahine of Ebra Dunkwa. Wishing you long life, good health, and endless blessings. Your wisdom, strength, and humility continue to inspire. With love from your mom, Comfort Collison, and your siblings. Happy birthday to Lecturer Lauren Shabuachiwa Kranting. Wishing you a joyous celebration filled with love, laughter, and blessings. Thank you for your guidance and support throughout my studies. You are an inspiration. May God bless you abundantly. From Gloria Yaira Agbenoto, River View Center. A happy birthday to our dear son, Eliel Eyim Ado. Today you are 4 years old. We thank God for your life. Coming in from your mom, Ruth, your dad, Euclid, and your... I'm not sure if it's your sister or your brother. The name is El. Alright, so Eliel Eyim Ado, you are 4 years old today. Happy birthday. And don't forget, the requests on the show are probably brought to you by MasterCard. Spend the MasterCard way. Leave cash in the past. Go to your bank and switch to MasterCard to be on your way to something truly priceless. Let's talk convenience, safety when it comes to your money. Whether it's lunch you're buying, or shoes, or vehicles, or whatever, your MasterCard comes in handy. Couple of quick announcements before we get into the big issue for the day. And it is as well because one of the big things that happened over the weekend was the 75th speech and prize giving day and anniversary for Mauli School in Ho. And Education Minister chose that occasion to make a... Well, he said a lot of things, but of course, we will always pick on the most controversial, the directive on hairstyles. Prior to this, he had also spoken about the use of the mother tongue at the early formative years. This was at a different event, but he directed that effective immediately, the Ghana Education Service should enforce the use of the mother tongue as the primary language of instruction for early learners. Now, ordinarily, this should not be a controversial thing because all the research shows that this is the best. The challenge appears to be the way it was announced and the readiness of the system to implement same. So we're going to get into some of those this morning. And then there was an interview granted, I think a few days ago, where Sesam Jonah was speaking to Bolare on a program. And of all the things he spoke about, he said he was concerned about the quality of food being served at secondary schools to our children. And by the way, he's invested in a whole house for his former secondary school. So there's a whole house called Jonah House at Adisadel College. So you notice a lot of these people, whether it's Professor Aites, Sam Jonah, or whoever, they're all very committed to their secondary schools, and they make a lot of comments about what happens in those places. So Sam Jonah was complaining about the quality of food served to our senior high school students. So we're talking hairstyle, we're talking language of instruction, and we're talking availability of food. We'll discuss some of those this morning. Don't forget, later on the show, we'll bring you the October edition of EdTech Monday, which also is looking at education, technology, using those to help special needs children. So watch out for all of that this morning. But something new is coming. Do you know that VW is opening a new showroom here in Accra? Yes. Save up to 50,000 cedis depending on the vehicle you buy as we open a VW Accra showroom at the Atlantic Towers Liberation Road. You can acquire a brand new German machine, whether it's a T1, an all-space, all-new Touareg, or the Terramont, or the Virtus. A brand new car at a used car price. Call or WhatsApp 025-638-6896. Upside Bank Ghana Limited has great news. Banking just got a whole lot easier with the Upside Agency Banking. You can deposit cash, withdraw money, pay your bills safely and conveniently. No need to travel far or waiting line. It's banking made simple. If you're a business owner or someone who loves serving your community, why not become an Absa bank agent? Call 053-103-6610 or visit absa.com.gh to apply. If you're a gig worker, a website designer, a consultant, a rider, delivery partner, freelancer, or into e-commerce, you can secure your future with SNIT, even without a traditional employer. Yes, you hustle every day and night to make ends meet. But when the work slows down or when sickness or injury prevents you from working, who will look out for you? That's where SNIT steps in. Ensure your income today. Contribute regularly and enjoy an old age pension for life with annual increases to keep you secure. If sickness or injury stops you from working, SNIT pays an invalidity pension for life no matter your age. Call SNIT on 0302-611-622. We have 53 branches across the country. You can connect with us on our social media handles. SNIT, we deliver on our promises. Now, I have a question for you. Are you buying a car from the US, Canada, or even locally here in Ghana? Get the facts first with Duty to Go. Check import duty costs. Verify if the car has been reportedly stolen, because a lot of stolen cars have been sold these days. And even see its original auction photos before you buy. Sky, are you listening? Download Duty to Go. Now it's DUTY2, the letter 2, Go, on the Google Play Store, the App Store, or you may call or WhatsApp 0302-902-719. Don't buy and then start dodging EOCO or FBI. Know the truth first. So, by the way, Duty to Go works for now only for vehicles from the North American market. So this is US or Canada. We have not yet included Europe in this app, but it will happen soon. So please download the Duty to Go app before you buy your next car. Caleb, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
I know you want to buy a car before you before you finish the law. All right, a few more. Do you know you can send money across Africa straight from your phone with Zenith Bank's USSD star 966 hash? Simply dial that short code star 966 hash. Select Zenith Cash. Choose cross-border transfer and select destination country. No apps, no stress. Whether you're supporting family, settling a bill, or paying vendors, star 966 hash has you covered across the continent. This service is powered by the PAPS, which is the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System. Zenith Bank in your best interest. All right, Sky, you wanted to make a request?
No, actually, I just want to mention something quickly. I've been trying to talk about it, but for some time, when I get here, I forget. You know, when you're coming from the cathedral area, the intersection before you get onto the Kojo Thompson Street,
yeah,
there is you have some bank to the right.
Yes.
Right. Just in front of that bank, I mean, there's some other blocks there.
Yeah.
You have a track parked.
Yes.
Directly in front of the block that's there.
Yeah.
What makes it dangerous for where the track is that the traffic light doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so it is directly in your line of sight. In other words, it prevents you from seeing oncoming vehicles. Now, you want to negotiate your way out of that, get onto the Kojo Thompson Road and drive down so that you can come into Adabraka. But that track blocks your view. So
is it broken down?
I don't know what's
been packed.
It's been packed there, sitting there.
That's where it parks.
Yes.
Yeah. There's an IT office next to it.
Yeah.
They sell
Can you
appliances and
can you
computers.
describe
And
the
those
place
things.
properly?
So,
Charlie, help me describe the place.
so
again.
Bernard, when you are coming from the Holy Spirit Cathedral
Coming
down
where?
towards Adabraka, when you're driving towards Adabraka from the Holy Spirit Cathedral, the very last junction you will cross before you enter the Adabraka side, which is towards us here.
So there's Kojo
Sahara.
Thompson Road and Kwame Nkrumah Avenue. Kojo
Yes.
Thompson is the one that takes you northwards.
Yeah.
Correct.
Kwame Nkrumah Avenue takes you southwards.
This way, yes.
So the first traffic light is the Kojo Thompson one. Is that the one you're talking about?
Excellent.
Or the second one?
The second.
The Kwame Nkrumah
Kwame
Avenue one.
Nkrumah Avenue, yes.
Ah, okay.
So if you are going to negotiate the turn either to the right or cross towards Adabaka Sahara, this track Sky is talking about is long enough, it blocks your vision. You know, already there are some
It's like a warehouse.
yes, some signposts and all that already blocks your view even without the track. Now that the track is there, you completely don't see anything. Now prior to that, what Sky is saying is that the traffic light there doesn't work. So drivers have to negotiate and find their way around. Now that this track is blocking it, you have to bring your nose all the way halfway into
So
the
what,
road.
what I want to know from you is, are you appealing to the police or to the Clotikole Assembly? Whose job is it to move that track?
All of them. All of them. Because you see, consistently, I see crashes there almost every morning. Right? And it would seem that that track is part of the problem.
It is part of the problem.
Yes.
But
So-
you know why?
Why?
You know, I think it's the police's job. I've gone to the police head office. They have cameras everywhere, which are supposed to monitor these things. I don't know what they do with those cameras. I think a lot of the problems we face in this country that we discuss on this radio station have to do with lack of enforcement. People who have responsibility to enforce the law are failing us everywhere. Whether people smuggling rice or sugar, whether people parking at the wrong place. I mean, over the weekend there was a massive gridlock on the Kwashiman Road because a long vehicle had been left on the road for 4 days. This guy,
Can you
4
imagine?
days.
4 long days.
You know, so we don't have time for that this morning, but I just want to say that all duty bearers, whether you are local assemblies, whether you are police, please do your work. Please do your work. You know, let's stop hiding behind whatever. There's too much dereliction in society at the local level, at the police level, at the road enforcement level, and it's affecting
Citizens as
too
well.
many things. No, but the citizens have people who have been paid. You see, for example, if you have an assembly or you have a police, in every society, people will do the wrong thing. There's the people who have been given the mandate. You know, they should do their work. That's the thing. Don't see. People will always smuggle if there's a room for profiteering. The job of the people at the ports or the entries, port entries, is to prevent it. That's why they are given the uniform. So people should do their work. All right,
But
now.
can I just say, on a positive side, though, we talked about the road in front or the road adjacent to the Flagstaff House.
Yes.
I drive there often, and I had mentioned severally that there was a street light that had fallen over. So I come bearing good news. It has been fixed.
Amen.
We are grateful that that has been done.
Amen and amen.
Let me say
Sorry,
good morning.
Which road is this?
This is the road in front of the Flagstaff House or adjacent to it.
Not too
So
far from the church.
Yes.
Christ the King.
Not too far from Christ the King.
Wow.
The traffic light is on the median.
All right.
That separates the two roads. Yeah.
And it's been fixed now.
Been fixed now.
We thank God for small mercies.
Yay.
One of the things we have tried to do is to raise these social matters as a greater entry point into bigger implementation issues in the country. Over the weekend, there were at least 3 big road crashes, which took at least 8 lives. At the Kaswa toll booth, 5 people or so were killed because a vehicle was driving. The police was saying people drive, he used the word by heart on Sundays because they think the police is not there. Then there was another one that happened on the Accra Kumasi Road. Indeed, Hafiz Tijani and his team did a report that at a particular point that killed 15 people like 2 months ago, another accident had occurred, or you say I shouldn't call it accident, a road crash. And that area is a very sort of, they've identified as a hot spot, a trouble spot. It keeps happening. We just complain and say, oh, Ayasemo, nobody goes there to do anything. And by the way, the police, you see, my challenge with the police is that some of the information they have and the insights they have about these crashes should lead them to do special slow down operations. But a lot of times what we see is they are hiding looking for money. You get it? For me, the police should be blamed for a lot of this because they are on the road to ensure people drive well. But when you meet them, they are not looking for anything that shows that you are driving well. They're asking you for things that have nothing to do with your driving, and they are looking for a way of getting something from you. And I think the police should be blamed. The kind of driving we have on our roads. And there's one that happened at Zabzugu as well. Another 3 people died. Every day somebody's there on our roads. We pay people to ensure that there's sanity on our road, and they are looking for bribes to collect. I think it's completely unacceptable. And I think the Road Safety Commission and the Highway Authority should work together to ensure that people drive well. We have to start making examples of bad drivers. We have to start reading the judgments. When somebody is sent to court on the way they drive, we should be told in no uncertain terms why they are being put in prison. Because it's killing too many people.
I agree with
it's
you.
It's a terrible situation.
I agree with you, Ben. Just quick information in addition to what we have said already. But I'm just looking at Google Map. So this is the official name for the road is Castle Road.
Thank you.
And it intersects with the Kwame Nkrumah Avenue.
Thank you.
In between Amugi Avenue and the Hall Avenue.
Yeah.
So those are the 2 places that you should lose. The police should go and remove that track and tell the owner.
And the other problem
this
this is exposing is that you see, when you fail to plan, you suffer. In a country where you have large warehouses adjacent to narrow roads, the type of vehicle that enters a warehouse to deliver or deposit goods, you can't have a road architecture meant for private small vehicles with an articulated track reversing with 2,000 bags of sugar. But because you have not laid out, and everybody who has money and an idea can set up anything anywhere, we will suffer forever. If we don't allow, because you cannot drive. I saw a cement truck at Cantonment next to the French embassy. Can you imagine? A cement truck, long one. This is long. What is a cement truck? Long one in a residential area, for God's sake. I mean, a country that cannot manage which vehicle drives on these roads, good luck dealing with malaria or good luck dealing with anything else. Cybercrime, forget it. So we have to get serious. And people who are paid to work, please stop passing the buck.
There's a similar thing happening on the turning on the Obojo. So Medina ARS down to Obojo stretch. If you get to the Bell Aqua depot and you take your right turn, there's a long track that has broken down. This was from yesterday afternoon. I noticed it's still there this morning. So maybe the MTTD in that area can also go there to help.
I also want to urge the Transport Ministry to, as a matter of urgency, come up with a compulsory towing policy. It's long overdue. Too many people who leave their cars on the roads don't care about human safety. The government should give them an hour. If they don't remove the car, you tow it to a garage of the government's choosing. They pay for the towing and they are made to fix the vehicle. That's how serious societies work. We must make money from people's lawlessness. I want to urge assemblies. I see Tema is doing something. AMA, please do the right thing. We will support you. People they fool too much. That's the only English I can use in Ghana.
So in my case, it will be ADMA, Adenta Municipal Assembly.
Adenta Municipal Assembly, get a tow truck. It can even be second hand. Paint it yellow. Collect the thing from the road and charge the people. You get it? Because Ghanaians, we are too lawless. All right, now 7:57. I'm going to give you two teasers. When we come back after 8, we're going to discuss this. Now, the Minister for Education has been very busy this weekend. Number one, he's directed GS to enforce the use of the mother tongue instruction in all Ghanaian schools. According to Haruna Idrisu, this directive forms part of efforts to reform the education sector while promoting the use of local language in teaching and learning.
Mr. President, the story is told of a young girl whose teacher somewhere in the Ashanti region went in and was waxing English, teaching at that early stages of development. Then the child told the teacher that, so Mr. President, in line with that and with your authority, I'm directing the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, NS, that from today, teacher use of mother tongue instruction is now compulsory in all Ghanaian schools. The GS is to ensure strict enforcement of this. That child, that Ghanaian child, was not born into an English family, but a proud Asante Akan family, and deserves to learn. This is part of President Mohammed's research agenda.
So he was speaking at the launch of the free tertiary education program for persons living with disability. All right, so the other one is something he said at the launch of the celebration of the 70th anniversary of Maudi School. He directed GS and heads of schools to take full control of student behavior in schools and use the hair issue as an example. He addressed growing concerns over indiscipline following heated debates on social media about student hairstyles and grooming standards. Here is Haruna Idrisu again.
Chairman of the GES Council is here. There is an ongoing debate in social media about haircuts and size and length of hair in secondary schools. We will not tolerate it today. We will not tolerate it tomorrow. And so long as we are molding character, if we give in to hair today, tomorrow it will be shoes, and the next day it will be the way they dress. Therefore, as part of our disciplinary measures, headmasters and GES, you are accordingly empowered to take full control of how students behave on your campuses. So anybody who thinks that your child will walk into any institution of learning as if that child, forgive my words, was to attend a beauty contest, the school environment is not for that purpose and not cut for that purpose, and would not tolerate that as an institution.
So that was the minister. When we come back, we'll delve into some of those matters. There's lots of things to talk about in education. We haven't finished recovering from the school placement issues. Parents are still concerned about being made to pay unapproved fees, and now we're adding these two to the mix. Time for tech and social media trends.
And that's brought to us by Telecel and First Bank Ghana. First Bank Ghana is rewarding smart banking. Richard Kwache, Joseph Mane Akwa, Maxwell Safo Boateng are among some of the winners in September 2025. You can also be one. From now to the end of November 30, use the First mobile app or star 894 hash for your everyday transactions. Stand a chance of winning 500 Ghana cedis cash every single week. The more you use the First mobile app or star 894 hash, the better your chances of winning. You can initiate an account opening process if you do not have an account with us yet with the same platform, First mobile app or star 894 hash. Call 0596 921 921 for more. First Bank, you first.
So Edwin Kwakufi is joining us with the segment. Good morning, Edwin.
Good morning, Bernard. So just as you played in the audio clip, the education minister is trending very heavily because of his stance against long hair, because he feels that if they don't take a strong stance against children or students cutting their hair, it will be shoes next, the clothes they wear after that. So he says he's empowered headmasters or head teachers and the GES to take control of how students appear in their schools. He also said, as you heard in the interview, that students can't just enter schools as though it was a beauty contest. So that's causing uproar. Online. The executive director of EduWatch, Kofi Asare, he says parents should take it to the courts if they feel aggrieved. Online, people are very, very upset with the education minister because they feel how your hair looks, as long as it's presentable, does not affect how you perform in academics. That's the main point they are making. Others are also in support of the education minister. They feel that you need to ensure that there are no distractions when you go to school. Just focus on your education without any other distractions. So that's the debate online at the moment. So whichever side you're on, make sure your point is
who is winning.
All made. I think a lot more people I have seen against the education minister's comments online. They feel that students should be able to go to school without any issues being raised about the kind of hairstyle they have. So yeah, that's making us there online.
I completely, totally reject the minister's position on this particular matter, because I do not think that it is informed by any concrete evidence that merely, having your own hair as opposed to conforming to the rule that the colonial authorities lay down for us. You perform worse. You perform terribly. I reject the position entirely, and I don't think that the minister's position is informed by any evidence, and it's completely unfortunate. I hold the minister in high regard, and I would have expected him, as a lawyer who served in Parliament and continues to serve in Parliament, frontal position for that matter. He will be canvassing such a position. We need to deal with this matter in a way that allows us to look African, including going to school with dreadlocks. Even if that is my identity, not related to religion.
Let's move on.
A couple of sports-related trends. First, El Clasico, which was heated yesterday. Real Madrid, they beat Barcelona by 2-1. Vinicius Junior's reaction after being subbed is causing a stir online because he was very upset, kept complaining, didn't shake the hand of his manager. Alonso went straight down the tunnel, but he eventually came out to see.
But I think he was the best player of the day.
Yeah, he was the best player of the day. But I think at that time, Real Madrid wanted some bodies who would do some running defensively, and maybe Alonso felt he wasn't doing enough of that.
What is happening to Liverpool? Do you know Malam we can go to? I think Newcastle have that. That is serious though.
For 4 straight losses in the Premier League.
My brother, this is like Man City losses. It's serious.
It's really
I know Sky
bad.
can't talk because Chelsea lost, but this is very serious.
I think that there's
serious.
a factor we're not talking about. That's Diogo Jota's passing. It's affected a lot. Yeah, I feel that it's affected a lot of the players.
They underestimated the effect of that.
Exactly. It's not just that, but I think that's a major factor that I don't think people are talking about.
That.
it's
to lose your colleague like that.
Exactly, in such a manner, and then
But
come back and play.
I thought the coach could channel it. You know, it depends on what you do with it. Sometimes tragedy can be a platform for better performance, depending on how you channel it. Versus, it can also dampen your ability to play well.
Well, I think it's more of the latter.
I think it's affecting them.
I do think it's affecting the players, especially those who are very close to him.
Charlie, we were playing against Brentford. It was like we were playing against Real Madrid. We know to get the ball. We know if you run. Hey!
They were playing Dubai, no, we do.
They play with Abate. Hey!
Exactly.
So we beg Diogo Jota.
But Chelsea, what's wrong with us?
No, you win today, you lose tomorrow. Your own is normal. It's not
lack of consistency.
You don't have a number 9 according to your coach.
Poor defending, and we'd actually been on a good run before then, winning the Champions League, beating Liverpool, beating Nottingham Forest, but it didn't go. City also lost. Arsenal, they won. They are top of the Premier League. Another clean sheet. They are 6th of the season. They've only conceded 3 goals so far. So
they are in pole position.
Pole position.
Unless a disaster strikes, they could win.
Exactly.
But let's not jinx it for them. Tech news. So St. George is trending very heavily on social media because of the amendment to the Cybersecurity Act 2020. So they say the purpose of the act of the amendment is to empower the CSA, the Cybersecurity Authority, to investigate and prosecute cybercrime by expanding its functions and enforcement powers. So CSA officials can now conduct searches, arrest and seize your properties, basically the powers of police officers. Cybersecurity service providers must be licensed, for-profit cyber security providers, and then non-profits must be accredited. So they must also pay 30% of their revenue to the cybersecurity fund. So people are very upset about a lot of the things that are in the amendment because they feel that it's going to deter free speech online. It's going to empower the cybersecurity authority to basically act as an authority on its own and go after people, maybe personal vendettas without resort to a court.
Exactly. So personal vendettas might factor in.
Yes. Serious.
So it's causing a big issue. If you want to know more about the issue and what the CSA has been empowered to do, go on Citi Newsroom. There's an article written by the digital team's Elliot Nuete on how the amendments could threaten Ghana's cybersecurity space instead of safeguarding it as it was supposed to do. So there's an article that you could read, give you everything. Also, you can find the amendments itself, go through yourself, read through it, and see exactly what is happening and what people
Thank you very much, Edwin. That was taking Show Me That Trend.
For a bank to rely on, let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Wouldn't we say cattle banky baby? No lie, only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe, universal banking ain't in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no many time to wait. Now I got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt, but tell me office a chilly, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first.
Nobody feed do I'm like us, do I'm like us. First Bank we treat you first, treat you first. Somebody think about you first, think about you first.
You first, First Bank.
I send them, you get them. I get them, I send them. I get them, I pay them. I get them, I take them. You get them, I send them. I send them, you get them. I get them. I buy them, I take them. I pay them, I send them.
Telecel Cash.
Experience the ultimate convenience of sending money on Telecel Cash. Sending money from Telecel Cash to Telecel Cash is free. You can also make payments to merchants on all networks. Enjoy best value and total security with Telecel Cash.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Pepper soup where you know pepper sankofa pepper powder, a shishi raw. Sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder.
FDA Aji Ejadi Nkrato Yatum.
Dreaming big, thinking Africa. UBA Ghana's got your back for business growth and expansion. UBA Ghana's got your back with a 6 billion after loan facility. UBA Ghana's got your back with POPs, send and receive money anywhere. UBA Ghana's got your back.
UBA Ghana has got your back with the 6 billion after loan facility. Your business can grow, export and trade across the continent.
And with POPs, send and receive money across Africa instantly. Now live on Leo, your 247 digital banking buddy. UBA Ghana,
connecting you to Africa's opportunities. UBA,
Africa's global bank.
UBA Ghana's got your back.
Hello! Hey! What man?
Red recite ho! No way!
Nexus cable metal I want to the biomo. Nexus cable metal fossil. At a flexible. And a conduit cable 5,000 cities Rukobiara or 1Q distributor. And I want retailer Biara. Joe receipt. And I invoice. For who phone? Let your invoice and I receipt a picture. Fuck WhatsApp numbers 055 255 7781 and 053 101 8643. Damadana. Obey Sika. Womo monodo. The send your phone able to invoice picture. Able to use to distribute an any phone. Let us send invoice. Then mom Sikana. About wow phone no do. To Nexans cable. Or ISO certified. Made in Ghana Papa B. To invoice you go WhatsApp numbers here there. Now what's Rebecca cashback? Where you more
Nexans cable metal. Electricity no get leg. It be Nexans cable metal cable the carrier.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interests will be. But you can help her get a strong start with good nutrition. Yum Vita, made with the goodness of milk, plus Nutri-V, is a delicious, nutrient-rich cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, older ones love it too. Give your baby good nutrition for a strong start. Yum Vita is available in other yummy variants. Yum Vita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome to Lifesaver Moment, brought to you by the Ghana Cooperative Credit Union Association. Choose saving with the credit union. Profits go back to you and not the shareholders.
Nobody cushions you like your credit union. Nobody cushions you like your credit union. For 70 years and counting, we've been around. Nobody cushions
Nobody cushions you like your credit union. Whatever your needs for loans, investments, savings, and more, call 0302-220-299 or visit cua.org.gh for more information. You can also follow us on our social media handles.
Cushions you like your credit union.
Charlie, not again. And I need to return this car by Friday. No money and payday is 3 weeks away? How do I fix this? How? Bank loan, account setup, long process. Nah, forget it. Let me see if Fafa can help.
Yes. Fafa from Bank of Africa can sort you out fast. From engine repairs to school fees or side hustle support, Quick Fix Loan from Bank of Africa is here for you. Call 030-224-9690 or chat Fafa at boaghana.com and take advantage of the Quick Fix Loan for salaried workers, offered at an unbeatable interest rate with no cash deposit required. Promo runs from now to 31st October. T's and C's apply.
Hey, Fafa, wait here. Papa.
Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
Come on. Good boy. Honey, look, he's crawling.
Wow.
Good job. The new Cerelac Wheat and Maize has the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals also found in fruits and vegetables. To prepare the new Cerelac Wheat and Maize, just add milk. Enjoy your little one's big moments at less cost. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
(17:08). A busy morning. Later on the show today, we have a 4-member panel on EdTech Monday featuring Gertrude Ofori-Fefuame, an international advocate on disability and gender, Alice Mamaga Akosua-Moako, the founder of Autism Ambassadors for Ghana, Aaron Anthony Suka, a retired civil and local government service official. I'll be hosting them as we discuss EdTech for special needs, inclusive education for all. But if you're looking for a smarter, safer way to grow your money, at Blue Financial Services Ghana, our fixed deposit and investment options give you competitive rates and flexible tenures. This is for individuals and businesses. Blue makes your money work harder so you can relax and watch it grow. Walk into any of our branches. We have an Osu branch. Call 0303-968-196. With Blue, your trust truly earns more. Blue Financial Services, trust in Blue. Attention Ghana, Indomie has a mission for you and the reward, a trip to Disneyland Paris plus amazing prizes. Your ticket right inside every Indomitable Hero pack. Step 1, buy an Indomitable Hero pack. Each pack comes with a special hero comic book. Step 2, check your code on the first page of the comic book. Step 3, dial *844 *44# or visit indomieghana.com to enter your code. Every code you enter could win you rewards like free PS5s, TVs, iPhones, tablets, bicycles, and free Indomie. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the mission today. Allez to France. Get on the property ladder with 1, 2, 3, and 4-bedroom homes at Afro Arab Properties, covering prime locations like Manette, East Legon, Hills, Santor, Ashalibuche, Maijo, Apollonia, Amasaman, Temakom 25, and Odingo. You can own your dream house, pay within 5 years with no interest. Call 0551-753-231. Universal Merchant Bank presents the maiden edition of UMB Customer Experience Fair, a power-packed day of connection, innovation, and celebration. Join us on Friday, 31st October from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. at UMB Head Office, Airport City, Accra, and experience how UMB is redefining customer service with speed at the UMB Customer Experience Fair. From agribusiness, pharmaceuticals to clothing, stationery, manufacturing to automobile, beauty and wellness, food and beverage, UMB is pushing the envelope in giving customer service delight to our customers. Call 0800 100 880. UMB, proudly serving Ghana since 1972.
Are you a customer of Enterprise? If not, then you're missing out on the Enterprise Advantage Points, the loyalty program that rewards you for staying covered the smart way. Just use the Enterprise Advantage app. Use our self-service portal or the Enterprise Advantage app, and anytime you transact business, you will get rewards like Momo, airtime, and more. Visit my.enterprisegroup.net.gh to download the Enterprise Advantage Point. Nothing you do should be pointless. Enterprise is your advantage. And Cowbell has always had you in mind. And today I bring you great news. We have the Cowbell Creamy Goodness in 2 creamy variants. Cowbell Premium and Cowbell Vita Rich, all super packed with every good thing you need. So go ahead and buy Cowbell. There's a Cowbell for you. Cowbell, our creamy goodness. And of course, the luckiest is here. It's winning season again. This time we are going really, really big. Chances to change our life is what the luckiest is offering. So grab your phone, dial *712#, choose option 1 to buy a ticket for yourself, option 2 to buy for someone else. If you want the system to generate a lucky ticket for you, please go with option 1, pay with Momo, and then you're good to go. For online users, go with the luckiestafrica.com and then register. Luck is everywhere.
Let's hear the Minister of Education again, making the point about the need to use local language as a medium of instruction, particularly at the basic education level.
Mr. President, the story is told of a young girl whose teacher somewhere in the Ashanti region went in and was waxing English, teaching at that early stages of development. Then the child told the teacher that, so Mr. President, in line with that and with your authority, I'm directing the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, NS, that from today, teacher use of mother tongue instruction is now compulsory in all Ghanaian schools. The GS is to ensure strict enforcement of this. That child, that Ghanaian child, was not born into an English family, but a proud Asante Akan family, and deserves to learn. This is part of President Mohammed's research agenda.
And if you're wondering why they were applauding, well, he was speaking at the launch of the free tertiary education program for persons living with disability, and they were quite happy to hear him say this. Godfred, this is not a new issue.
Yes.
But the minister said it is now compulsory. So
I guess it's always been compulsory. I think the difficulty has been the operationalization of this. So if he says now compulsory, maybe what we would look to get clarity on is the structures that have been put in place to enforce the very mandatory nature that he's talking about, because we do know that some the policy said up to at least 3rd grade, some do up to 4th or 5th grade, but most schools abandon that and just start teaching English from the onset anyway. And so the next leg of the conversation, I think we as a country should have, based on what the education minister has said, which I must again say, there's nothing controversial about it. There's a policy on this, although there are different thought processes on the policy in terms of how it is currently being implemented, in terms of the very diverse nature of the country and the several languages, particularly with the materials that are supposed to be used and the teachers who are supposed to teach them. Okay, so if perhaps the ministry can provide an update on what it has done to make this easier, then perhaps, but there are a lot of people who have written quite a few on this. And I think you are about to speak.
Let me speak to one of them, Joyce Mensah.
Yes.
Doctor?
Yes, doctor.
Lecturer at University of Cape Coast.
He teaches education.
Of Basic Education. So, Dr. Mensah, thanks for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks. So, first and foremost, does Ghana currently operate a mother tongue policy for basic or early learners? Is that policy being implemented as we speak?
Thank you. And before I start, let me say good morning to your cherished listeners. On paper, you would think that they are using it, but in reality, this is not what is happening in our schools. And even the policy that we are operating, if you go into it more, it is not a typical mother tongue. It is a mother tongue-based bilingual medium of instruction. Because if we look at Professor Anamwame's recommendation, even where we were giving the transitional one, we were giving time. That's 80, that is, you use 70% of your instruction in the local language and 10% in English. That alone tells you that we are using bilingual medium of instruction. And when we say mother tongue, I have an issue there. Because we have a lot of native language or heritage languages in Ghana. But if we say a local language, that one, we can pick the dominant language. But if we just say mother tongue, I think I have a little issue there. So the program itself or the policy itself is not what we see in the classroom. You called me because of my research, and that research showed that even some of the classroom teachers thought that the NALAP is gone because they see it as something that has been done and forgotten that it was a program that was used to implement the policy. So some teachers are not using them. And
so, by the way, does the policy prescribe the specific local language to be used, or that's based on the discretion of the school or the community?
Oh, the policy prescribes 11 Ghanaian languages. So, and these are the dominant local languages spoken in the across the nation. So,
okay, but do we know if there are materials in these 11 languages for the teachers to use in implementing this bilingual? Since you say it's not even full mother tongue, it's a bilingual.
It's a mother tongue based bilingual.
Mother tongue based bilingual.
A chunk of the time.
So what type of material is necessary for this to happen?
Materials, I will start from even the training of the teachers. Because if we train them with for them to have the skill, they can make some of these materials themselves. So, like making books, using the local material to make books. If we train the teacher, they can do that. But we need some from the government to also complement whatever the teachers are doing. But if we have not trained the people, if we have not trained the teachers, even if you have the material, how will they use it? So this issue is very, very, if we want to use it, then we need to train the implementers very well.
Now, are
and
those...
I think it's same with the Professor Anamwame's recommendation that before we roll it out, teachers must be trained.
So the mere fact of a minister announcing that from today the mother tongue should be the basis of instruction at local level does not necessarily mean that today, Monday morning, it can happen. He announced it over the weekend. There are many things that need to be in place before we can even remotely begin to implement this, correct?
Yes and no. Yes, because we still have some teachers who can do it. We have some teachers who can do it. But as you saw, you have read my article, teacher posting is one of the issues. If you have posted me to a place where I cannot even speak the language, let alone write it, how do I use it? No, because most of the it's even part of what I have just said. Most of the teachers need the skill, the knowledge and the skill. And some don't even understand the concept itself. If you go to especially our early years, because we say the policy says mother tongue, some teachers are speaking only local language with the learners. Others are also speaking only English. So you see that when we train children like this, only English, when they get to class 4 and up, they will be able to. But let's remember that there are so many concepts that some of them, I will not say all of them, they didn't understand. So it's going to take them years for them to recover that. They say there's a course I teach UCC. The use of Ghanaian language as medium of instruction, and in the course we train the teacher, the pre-service teachers, as to how to use it. And one of the projects is to write a bilingual book, a story, and it's a general course, a core course. So whatever program you are reading, you will read it. So if you are reading math, you will write maybe a concept in a mathematics, a story form that will help the children, the learners understand. But whatever you write in English, you write it equivalent in the Ghanaian language, so that when they read the Ghanaian language or they read the English, you can couple them to the other language. But even that, how many teachers do we turn out?
So teacher training is a key part of this. My last point has to do with urban-rural differentials. In a monolithic, generally rural society, I'm sure it is easy to see how, because children are spoken to in a particular language at home, going to school to reinforce this bilingual mother tongue thing can work. But if you have a child in Accra where you have different ethnic groups in one school where parents speak different. So I may be speaking Ewe to my kids, Godfred may be speaking Ekwapimchi to his kids, and Kakra may be speaking Fanti to her kids. It's almost impossible to have any form of mother tongue in cosmopolitan urban settings. So should the policy be separately applied to generally rural areas than it is to, say, urban areas?
Oh, it can be applied in Accra as well. It depends on the way we go about it. That is what I'm saying. The word mother tongue is the issue. But if we say local language, so you will see that Accra children, the dominant language in their catchment area to be used. And one thing we should also understand is that in Ghana, most children, especially in Accra, most children are speaking English at home. But are they Ghanaian children? Can we help them to at least learn one local language where they can also test out and say, I'm a Ghanaian. I can also speak a language in Ghana. So all that the mother tongue or the bilingual approach to teaching is setting that, at least, especially the mother tongue based, let the children or the local language based one help the children learn one language in their locality or in their country and give them the international language as well. Because one thing sometimes we don't pay attention to is that these Accra children that you think cannot speak any of the local languages in Accra, please, you leave them. Let them play with their friends while you are not there and see if they will not speak their language. Though they are in residential areas, they speak only English. But because they hear the language around, they have picked one or two things. So when the school reinforces it, you will see that they will get the thing very fast. So Accra can use it, provided we train teachers as to how to use it well in the classroom. Even the former monolingual, they are using what we call translanguage, and it's working for them. So please, it is something that we can do, but we need commitment. We need political commitment in terms of teacher training, in terms of materials and others.
All right. Thank you very much for talking to us, Dr. Tebia Mensah. We appreciate your time and insights. She's researched this. She says we can do it, but we need to train the teachers. Yeah. She also clarifies that what we have on paper is called bilingual mother tongue based training, not pure mother tongue. Yes. Be that as it may, she says we can do it if we train the teachers.
And an interesting part of the work that she did, I think time did not allow us to, delve further into it, would be what parents think. Because most of the time we don't ask what parents think.
What do they think?
And yeah, because as a parent, would you want your child to be taught in a certain way? And their research found that a lot of the parents were opposed to the program. Yeah,
because parents from all over the country.
Yeah, because they felt that the teaching and learning resources were not available and that the teachers were not equipped properly. And so they just preferred their children to be taught in English. Because they did not want their children to be left behind, because the system was not adequately prepared to teach the policy properly. You see, and I think it's something that we must always look at. I didn't think it's even linked to the next leg of the conversation you are about to have on the hair policy and whatnot. If you put out a policy like that, it's a policy that has been around for 70, 80 years. Has there been any sort of consultation with students, teachers, on what they feel about the policy now in order to update it? Or we just simply come out and say children and parents don't know what is best for their kids. Leave it to the teachers and the education. So this is our policy. You can meet us halfway or get out. I don't think that style of education works anymore. A lot of parents are actually very savvy education-wise. Also, education requires the support of the parents.
To reinforce what is taught.
To reinforce, exactly. So if you are putting in place policies and you don't engage with parents at a certain level, you end up just basically dictating terms to parents. And some of the parents might tell you, look, I don't agree with this. But the response almost always is, well, if you don't agree with it, take your child to a different school. That should not be the kind of engagement that an education policy should have.
The other question I have for you is, do we even know why people are not implementing it? Is it because they don't like it, or they don't have the teachers to do it? So it seems to me as if maybe there aren't, as Doctor was saying, we don't have enough teachers with the skill to do it.
With the skill sets, yes.
So how does a minister come in to say, I am directing that you should do it? How does that solve the problem if you don't have enough teachers? Because I remember there was a discussion about GAN teachers, and we're told that we didn't even have enough GAN teachers in the country.
In the country, yes.
So if a school says you went to a school in Dansuma, you have to do GAN.
Yes.
I'm told that the quality of GAN teachers we're having is not that many.
Many now, yes.
Okay, so how do you implement a bilingual or local language or mother tongue thing when teachers don't even have the training? And do you just by announcement start an implementation? Because, for example, have we taken stock of how many teachers of that capacity we have? What areas of gaps are needed? When is the best implementing date? What are the kind of things we need to do to prepare the minds of the teachers? I feel like we are so arbitrary. And because people are happy to say we should start it, I don't think this is
all. Yeah, which is what I'm saying, that I hope that once he gave the instruction, everybody was clapping. The next leg of the conversation this week, perhaps at the ministry, at the technical level, the Ghana education level, there is urgency in saying, okay, the minister says we should do this. What are the related activities that need to happen
I kind of
for this to go on?
With what Bernard is saying, such an announcement, the precedent should have been the consultations, the groundwork before such an announcement is made. If we are hearing from the ground that there's no such thing happening now, that it questions the intention of the announcement. Was it just an announcement to excite people? Was it intended to trend? What was the purpose?
Do we have enough? So, for example, if you go to a school, I have a favorite school. It's Niso Wadin Basic School at Maijo. It's at the so-called school junction. All right. It's a basic school that serves that area. Shaliboche, Maijo, and Ajiringano. It's a big school. A class size about 80. Do they even know which mother tongue to use? Because we are in Accra. But in that same area, people have even started attempting to change the name of Maijo to Nanakrom, which was getting pushed back. Because a lot of Twi speakers live there. There are a lot of Ewe speakers who are there as well. All right, so let's assume you're even going to use Twi or Ga. Have parents been prepared? Because some parents will say, we don't like this. Why are you teaching my child. So as Godfred is saying, I feel like, announcing policies to make people happy is not enough. We want some, if we had been told we have 6,000 teachers proficient in 2 or 3 languages, and this is the distribution of these teachers, and so we feel like our training colleges in the next 6 months can train more, and we can evenly distribute them, then these are the guidelines for choosing which mother tongue to use, and these are the subject areas that you should use them. These are the agreed expressions to use. You got it. Like the truth is, there's a lot of detailed work, and you see, some people say, why are we discussing language when people are developing? Language is part of development. If you don't get language of instruction right, you can never develop. So I disagree with those who say this is not an important topic. It's actually a very important topic. Don't forget, I interviewed somebody last month and a half on constitutional reform, and he says one of the things we should do for ourselves to create a national language that incorporates all the other languages. Every country that has developed has found a way around the language question. We have not. So I don't think we should be emotive about it. There are 11 languages that are written and studied. Do we say for every area we'll do English and that language together, so that at least by the time somebody reaches university, he's proficient in at least 2 languages? Do you get it? Should we have, because you can't say we should choose one person's language as your national language. Should you have discussions? I've had somebody say he's spoken to some 52 linguists who have come together to create a suggested national language which inculcate the best of all our words. We have to grapple with that question. So the language is a very critical question for national development, and I feel like we are not doing justice to it by just announcing it.
Yeah.
That they should implement. It's actually a very serious thing.
Yeah.
The issue of how we can reach our citizens. I'll give you a last point. We say Ghanaians, about 75% are literate. That's only true if you bring in their local languages.
Yes.
If you take English literacy, it's about 30%.
Yeah.
So it tells you that even with literacy, there are lots of people who are well trained in their own language. How do we harness that in our national development discourse? I think the Minister of Education, as Godfred is saying, must provide more modalities for the implementation of this. The GS must issue directives, and we must also know whether the teachers are available already enough to do these teachings.
Yeah. And
if you can read a couple of comments on this before I move
I want us
to
to put everything together so that we don't separate, And look, in addition to that, there are other things that the minister also needs to look at. Sometimes making these announcements are grand, but look, there are deep-seated issues in education.
Yeah.
That really require his attention. Look, somebody sent me a copy of a textbook, and I like talking about textbooks. And the book, I think, is supposed to teach character forming, the whole conversation about morality and ethics. But the poor grammar that is being used in this book. 2, the style of the appropriateness of the storytelling to teach 7-year-olds, as sent to me by a parent. If I decide to read this thing on radio this morning, a lot of parents will be upset.
We can do that tomorrow.
I'll do that tomorrow, but there are big problems that he also needs to pay attention to.
Not forgetting the other ones like.
So, for example, if you go to basic schools, Send Ghana has done a report, and then when you look at our funding gap for the sector alone, we have a 3.5 billion Ghana Citi funding gap
for just basic
annual. Wow. Improve the infrastructure of basic education. And then still within that period, we see that there is a huge lack of infrastructure like classrooms, desks, furniture, safe buildings, water and sanitation facilities. Now, this one is very important to me, water and sanitation facilities, because the Auditor General's report sometime back 2025 or earlier stated that 60% of Ghana's schools lack toilets and water access. 60%, 60.
3 out of every 5.
Exactly.
Don't have basic water.
We have a very serious issue now. According to the 2025 performance audit, only 2 out of every 5 schools have access to toilet and urinal facilities with running water. Jesus. That means 60% of public schools, thousands of them, fall short of even the most basic sanitation standards. If you add to the fact that we have about 5,000 schools across the country under trees, then it means that the burden that the sector has is really serious. Because there are schools in Accra, we are not even going far, in Accra, where the kids, ease themselves on refuse dump sites.
And you're thinking adolescent girls in a school which has no running water.
Precisely.
That's just not right.
So it's the challenges are huge. If you don't have infrastructure, the kids don't have a better conducive atmosphere to study in, and the teachers are not motivated because of the heat. I did a story at La Presby Salem some time ago, which got the headmistress into trouble. If you get into the classroom, it's an oven. It's very hot. There's no proper ventilation. The desk is not good. The doors are not properly locked, so there's no cupboard.
People can come and steal their books.
And they're even defecating in their classrooms. And they're having to deal with all of that. Plus heat, and the teachers are not motivated. Is a bad issue. If you go to Alogboshi Basic School, this is behind Achimota School, the headmistress has been speaking to me because they need a computer lab, for example. But I'm like, they need computers. That's what she asked for. I should help her get computers. When you get the computers, where are you going to keep them? They don't have a lab for the computers. But if you take that apart, they have structures that were built in 1960. The roof are ripped apart. The desk doesn't work. The floor, the kids, some of them sit on the floor. And when you cement a floor, you screen it, and over time,
the floor is tired.
And basically all over the place.
And this is just Alogboshi.
This is just Alogboshi. So there are real infrastructural issues like this and sanitation concerns that also come together.
So sanitation, infrastructure, feeding.
Absenteeism, feeding is a big point.
So Sky, which is back to the point around politicians and their approach to education. And look, you've said it. We are not personalizing it. We know Haruna, he's a politician. He's a decent guy. But I feel like whoever is advising him to make these announcements is not really helping him, because we've not even finished outlining the issues. Quality of textbooks, availability of water in schools under trees, funding gap for basic education, all right, and the divide between rural and urban. Now you're bringing in a language policy which is good but has not been properly formed well by the announcement. Then you are now adding hairstyle. It's like, why? Because you see, the reason what the minister talks about importance is that, you see, guys, we don't have all day to discuss everything. So one of the ways of succeeding in life is to keep the main thing the main thing. The main thing is that the quality of facilities in our schools is very poor. Now, I'm not saying the minister shouldn't talk about hairstyle, but if you have, and of course, you can talk about discipline, which is very critical for schools. Okay. But I feel like picking a topic like hairstyle, which we know riles a lot of people and leads to endless debates, is not doing justice to the quality of issues in the sector.
Exactly.
So we are not saying that people should be indisciplined. Last week, myself and Sky had an argument with you about weeding. You have two different views. We are not saying discipline is a wrong thing, but we're saying that if you look at if you do a scale of preference of the top 10 issues in education in our schools today, I was listening to Kofi Asari yesterday on CNN. He was telling our host that because of the computerized school placement and some of the funny places it places people, you are now having day student girls who have to sleep in hostels. It wasn't like that in our time. Now, he said a lot of the hostels are in slum areas where there is no supervision. Imagine having a 14-year-old SHS1 girl in a slum at a place where you can't supervise what she does. I mean, think about this. So the CSCSPS has not humanized it, because if I'm going to put my 14-year-old daughter in a Bri Girls and she won't get boarding, I'll prefer for her to go to Medina Secondary and live in my house than to go and sleep somewhere in a Bri in some place that I cannot manage or monitor, because she's 14.
And for those who are in slums.
So now drug peddlers, pimps, and all kinds of things are happening in our secondary schools. This is a major issue, and it's in pre-SHS has brought it out because the numbers are more than the schools can accommodate. So you can have a school like Presec, maybe 1,500 former boys, maybe 800 are day students. Now transpose that to a girls' school. So maybe you are in Efia Sewakobi in Kumasi, and maybe you can only give half of the girls boarding. What is a 15-year-old girl doing in a hostel in Atonsu? Who is going to supervise her waking up, brushing her teeth? Let's forget about even the hair she does.
So it matters not whether she has long hair or short hair.
So
she's going to fall prey.
That's the thing. So what we've done is that we have created these issues that are emotive, that make people happy. Let's teach them in our language. Let's cut hair short. without forgetting that the main issue facing your students is that people are being, a whole generation being miseducated. Yes. A whole generation is sleeping. How do you have a 14-year-old girl sleep in a hostel in a slum going to school? You say you even went to your former school.
I was going to mention, remember when one of the students was stabbed, that story came up and we talked about it, and we went back to deal with the heavier issues in the school. You notice that there are hostels around the school where some of the students are living, and that place the teachers don't have any supervisory role over those students. So that's why you have the gangs, the students, the male guys from the gangs, the girls, you have all kinds of elements within the neighborhood. Get close to them, and then even on the campus there are not enough teachers resident on the campus.
Those on
so
campus.
Even those on campus have an issue, and the wall around the school is not so fortified, so just anyone at all can come in. These are the real issues, Honorable Minister.
Just to add, the female students do not necessarily fall prey to the people in the, if it is a slum in the community, but also the teachers. I've seen reports where teachers are funding their stay in these hostels. And so they have long term, if they're in school for 3 years, then they are going to be in a 3-year exploitative relationship with their teachers. So the conclusion really is that, especially for female students, our secondary schools have become a haven for them to be preyed on by all kinds of characters, and including teachers.
The question I have is, does the GES know this?
Yes.
Do they have data on the number of students sleeping in hostels unsupervised? And is that a statistic that, you see how Send Ghana has written that we have a 3.5 million funding gap? Is there somebody who has a number in his desk to say, Honorable Minister, 25% of your SHS girls sleep in unsupervised hostels? Does anybody have that data? Now, if you don't have that data, you can't tell me you are managing it, because the way to tell me you are dealing with this is that you know that this is the extent of problem I have. I've never heard anybody read a speech to say to me that X% of our students are sleeping in hostels, but we've seen it all through. Even this weekend when we're discussing free SHS placement, a lot of people who were given day students, their resort is to day school. And Sky, you have a daughter who is around that age. Would you allow your daughter to sleep in a hostel to go to secondary school? No. I mean, it's better for you to sleep in your own kiosk with her than to let her go and stay. Even you let her stay with some relatives. You get it? Because you're not even sure that, why am I going to, you get me? And you're going to let her sleep in a hostel. I mean, if this doesn't alarm us as a country, and you see, this is the other thing about social media. We in the traditional media need to always remind people of what the most important thing is. I'm not saying don't argue about whether long hair or short hair is good. The point I'm making is that if you look at everything we've said on this program today, there are many more pressing issues to be using our energies to fight as activists, right? We shouldn't allow politicians and their speeches to divert us off the key issues. The key issue we have is that there's a funding up in basic education, and the computerized school placement and the what's the word I want to use? The free SHS and its concomitant problems has exposed a massive gap in our secondary education, which we have to deal with. So I'm just talking about food. In secondary school, the quality of food they eat. We are not discussing any of that. We are not arguing over any of that. I will spend the rest of my time just debating on whether somebody should do long hair or short hair. I don't think that's the main issue. The main issues have been outlined here, and the minister should go and fix those issues.
And just to wrap up on this, our whole educational setup, and every time I mention this, people seem to think that, oh, maybe you're a bit too modern or whatever. We are so infatuated, obsessed with how the morality of a child in school rather than the education of the child in school. And we have become a populace or a people who are so obsessed with policing every single aspect of citizens' life. So much so that it's even leading to the conversations in Parliament. That is why you have issues with the cybersecurity law, for instance. That is why Sky went to the Supreme Court to try and deal with the very controversial law that nobody wants to touch. Because nobody actually is dealing with the ones that actually impact people more. Everybody is interested in the ones that are on social media that everybody talks about. I'll tell you something. Last week, Kaka mentioned something. It skipped all of us. But I went home and followed the story. I have never been so disgusted with Ghana and our so-called call as a moral, ethical people. The story you raised about the 13-year-old girl who was being raped in public.
Mm-hmm. Are you serious?
In the full glare of a community where they were cheering.
In a community in Ghana.
Yes.
Bernard, they were cheering because the man says that he is going to defile this girl from the time that he started till midday. And for human beings to stand there, a so-called upright and moral country, to say, hey, continue. Yes, she has stolen your money.
Making suggestions of
as positions that this man can deal with a 13-year-old girl.
Which town is this?
This was
somewhere in the central region.
And the
Thursday.
Yeah.
The police say they are looking for 4 other accomplices. But I am saying, what kind of
the society will be watching such a thing?
What kind of society has all this policing done to us, where we have human beings, 50 or 60 of them, who can stand there and cheer, and not one of them thinks that
this is wrong.
This is wrong.
To be fair, Godfred, some people also took pictures in the videos to the police, and that's how.
Why were you taking
pictures of such a thing? Stop the thing.
Granted.
Go and slap a human being.
Are you saying that there's no?
I'm saying there was some intervention.
Is there nobody in that society could have said, Kwasi Asembe na uye, leave the girl alone? That nobody could have done that.
And this girl was crying in pain and agony, and that was the reaction. Of the community.
And we are supposed to believe that it is that as we have a society that is forming us morally, and we are so much more interested in that rather than the items like this, the quality of things that make us proper human beings.
Meanwhile, the AIDS Commission has also told us that there's an alarming reduction in condom use among teenagers, which is a problem for them. And then there was also a story I saw, I don't know if it's true, that in Kumasi now, I'm told that during one of the intercourse, they said they can't even flash. Just say all kinds of things are happening at secondary schools that, you know, guys, I think my first point is so critical, that we strain at a gnat and swallow a camel. That's what we're doing. We have a society of hypocrites who want to moralize on issues that are basically people's personal lives. And by the way, parents have a right to discipline their children at home. So all of these things you're trying to do in public and these kinds of things, parental dereliction is a big part of it.
Yes.
Right? Nobody can tell my daughter what to do. She's my daughter, so I know how to raise her. I don't need the government to tell her how she should do her hair. Do you understand what I'm saying? But she needs a toilet in the school when she goes to school. I can't provide that in the school. So let's focus on the right thing, the critical things, and stop this red herrings we are creating for people to chase. Let's do a few quick announcements. Time check is 8:58. Caleb, please help me.
Young Vita infant cereal with milk is making feeding time for babies 6 months and above easy with 3 delicious flavors: rice, wheat, and maize. And wheat baby gets a variety of cereals. Young Vita infant cereal is enriched with Nutri-V, which contains 16 essential vitamins and minerals, including zinc, iron, and calcium. That's right, Young Vita is offering you value for money. So good nutrition for a strong start is what Young Vita is offering you. Now, what are you proud of? At First Atlantic Bank, we are proud to be crowned Digital Bank of the Year, not once, 2 times, and back to back. It's not just a fancy title, it's a celebration of our commitment and relentless drive to give you the ultimate convenience in banking. I'm talking digital banking, whether our mobile app, instant internet banking, USSD, or any of our seamless platforms is safe, fast, and secure. Join us now. Don't settle for less. Join the Peppo family. 2-time Digital Bank of the Year, back to back, if for enter your ear. First Atlantic GH is our socials. First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. If you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, please discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. We have Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Is available now at a local store near you, or call 0550-032-231. Piva beverages, a taste you will love. Let me tell you about SG Ghana's Visa card. It can do way more for you than you think. It's your key to smarter, more convenient payments. Pay online for your meals, shopping, fuel, and services, and make quick payments on POS terminals worldwide using our card. With our gold and platinum cards, you even get more value, exclusive whopping discounts at selected vendors, including airport lounge access with your platinum card. If you don't have one yet, we've made it simple. Just visit SG Ghana branch across across the country and get one today. Societe Generale, the future is you. Kickstart your day with the irresistible chocolatey goodness of Twitsco, enriched with Enerfort, a combination of energy boosting minerals and vitamins, including B vitamins, vitamin C, D, iron, and many more. Anytime you're thinking of something to start your day, go for Twitsco. It's affordable, it's easy to go by. Twitsco, power your dream. Let's talk about Lancaster University. While you travel abroad, when world-class education is right here in Ghana. At Lancaster University, Ghana, you earn a British degree, develop employability skills, and enjoy a campus experience that inspires growth and confidence. Please visit lancaster.edu.gh where you can start the admission process. Also, send us an email, admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. 0248-656-274 is the number to call. Next time you fly, please fly with the family from Accra. Next time you fly with the family from Accra, why don't you kindly fly with us? Emirates, we help you fly better. On Emirates, everything is taken care of when you're traveling with the kids. If you have fussy eaters, we will sort them out. They are not going to get bored at all. It's a non-stop fun all the way for little explorers with free toys like new cuddly friends or cool activity packs. You get so much more in Emirates economy. With daily flights, you can now enjoy more convenience and flexibility. Find out more at emirates.com. But I know you're looking for quality and reliability that last. That's why I'm recommending that you buy a brand new Toyota today from any Toyota Ghana branch and enjoy an extended warranty of 5 years or 125,000 kilometers plus 1 year free service or 20 kilometers, whichever comes first. At Toyota Ghana, we've got you covered. Genuine parts, servicing on point, state-of-the-art workshops. Just come by, save smart, drive smart. Choose Toyota Ghana Limited. Call us on 0302-429-805. Terms and conditions apply. Ghana drives Toyota.
Now, join us for the Business Analysis Summit 2025 happening October 31st or October 31 rather at the Palms by Eagles, formerly Holiday Inn Airport City Hotel. This high impact summit will bring together business analysts, data professionals, cybersecurity professionals, project managers, IT leaders, and decision makers from across Africa to explore the future of business analysis and digital transformation. Now, this is your chance to showcase your brand to top professionals and organizations. It's Friday, October 31 at the Palms by Eagles. Register now at summit.centerforanalytics.com or call 0200 quadruple 244. So that's 0200 222244. The Chamber of Aquaculture, in partnership with the Ministry of Fishes and Aquaculture, presents Aquaculture Ghana 2025. Join innovators, farmers, regulators, development partners, and investors on October 30th and 31st at the World Trade Center from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day on the theme Transforming Ghana's Aquaculture Sector, Innovation, Inclusion, and Job Creation. Speakers include Ministry of Fisheries and Agriculture, and Willie Arthur, Chairman of the Chamber of Aquaculture, Dr. Henry Enim Somoa, and keynote speaker His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of Ghana. To be at this event or to sponsor, call 055-026-8087 or email event@aquacultureghana.com. All right, so I'm going to give the last word on this topic to Kakra before we move to
Yes,
our
Bernard,
next topic.
thank you. And just quickly, so I really want to speak about the matter about the grooming policy regarding hair in the secondary schools. I agree with Sky. I agree with a number of the text messages coming through. The challenge for me is, what's the purpose? We need to look within to understand that. We've been told by the schools, GES, etc., that this is supposed to ensure uniformity, discipline, so that there are no class issues, etc., and that everybody appears the same in the secondary school. Granted, but this is once again an outdated policy, a policy whose origins are connected to a colonial heritage, colonial schooling era, where students who were natives were deemed as unkempt because of their natural hair. Okay, so if your hair and I will entreat everybody to read this article by Ernest Dakwa. It's a research article titled "Our Hair, Our Pride: The Contours of Hair Politics and High School Education in Ghana." This research reveals that the colonial authority at the time introduced the hair policy to separate the Africans or the natives from those who would appear as mulattoes. Okay, and that raises an issue with even how this outrage about the hair policy has come. And without any prejudice to anyone, it appears that we are not, or we have not been outraged when school girls or school boys of purely Ghanaian origin were forced to cut their hair, except the Tyrone Magai versus Achimota's case, which is quite separate. But if our outrage is limited to what also appears to be a colonial preference, then that is problematic. Everybody can attest to the fact that, especially in girls' school, certain individuals who had a mixed lineage or who had hair that appeared European were given exemptions and were not allowed to cut their hair, whilst those of us with our afro, kinky or locks or whatever were asked to cut our hair. Now, why this is a problem is that it sort of fuels a bigger socio-cultural problem with African women or women of African identity. You have been socialized that cutting your hair is some kind of punishment, is something that takes away your beauty. And with respect to what the minister said, he said this is not a beauty contest. In as much as I understand his desire for discipline, I think that we need to appreciate some of these things. If people were, their culture was sort of replaced and described as something that is not beautiful, something that has to put them down, then we really need to relook this. They are going to grow into young women who will believe that a short hair makes them ugly. And that they have to be aspire to global or Western standards, which really fall within the hegemony of our culture.
So you disagree?
I totally disagree.
More opportunities to discuss this will come up shortly. When we come back, we're taking you into a conversation about special needs education. So it's all education this morning. EdTech Monday is on with me hosting some 3 thought leaders in the field. Stay with us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Who cries calling me this other one?
Hello. Good evening, Kwame.
Good evening.
We are into baby foods and would like to introduce...
Wait a minute. How did you get my number? You just use ways and means to find people's numbers and be calling them by heart. No respect for privacy or anything at all.
Oh, Bra Kwame.
Is your business privacy ready? Do you collect and use information of people in your line of work, like their name, number, location? You might be doing the wrong things. Whether you're a big company or a small one, you must respect people's right to privacy. Register and be certified by the Data Protection Commission of Ghana. It is the law. You will receive the necessary training, advice, and guided on the right systems to put in place to help protect information you collect about people. Register your company. It's simple and online. Visit www.dataprotection.org.gh to register. Privacy is the responsibility of everyone. Remember, privacy is personal.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s. You lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change, powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Wake up, have a great day, yeah. With nourishing cowbell premium milk. And cowbell
Introducing the new Cowbell Premium Milk, high in protein, and the new Cowbell Vita-Rich, enriched with vitamin B9, both so creamy. Now there's a Cowbell for you.
Cowbell, a creamy goodness.
This advert is FDA approved.
Have you imagined buying a house on an interest-free plan and getting a car for free? Well, Afro Arab Properties, best known for building the most affordable quality homes, has hit another milestone of rewards. Are you looking for your dream home today? Afro Arab Properties will definitely show the way. These homes are in 1, 2, 3, and 4-bedroom options located at Manet Spintex, East Legon Hills, Santor, Ashaleboche, Tema Community 25, Old Ningo, Amasaman, Apollonia, and more. Even better, you have a 5-year payment plan without interest. And the big one, purchase a home from some Afro Arab Properties projects and get an electric car for free. Yes, an electric car that can go 300 kilometers on a full charge. So don't miss this big offer from Afro Arab Properties. Just call 055-175-3231 or 0244-109-133. Terms and conditions apply. Afro Arab Properties. At Afro Arab, everyone can buy a house.
Sankofa, pepper soup where you know, pepper sankofa, sankofa pepper powder, a shishi raw. Sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder, sankofa pepper powder.
FDA, Aji Ejadi in Krato Yatum.
With Sigma Appliances, your excellent go-to choice. 5 Sigma Appliances.
This Christmas, from air conditioners, fridges, freezers, TVs, and washing machines to small appliances, Sigma has them all. And now, beginning January 2026, for every Sigma appliance you purchase, you will be donating towards bettering technical vocational education training in Ghana. Visit Platinum Impex on the Sprinters Road behind Okadeco for wholesale or find Sigma products at your nearest home appliance shop. Call 0302-801-555 or WhatsApp 0554-666-444 or visit platinumimpex.net. Sigma Appliances, create possibilities.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Welcome to the October edition of your favorite education technology program, EdTech Monday. It's coming to you on 97.3 Citi FM and also on Channel 1 Television. EdTech Monday is a platform created by the MasterCard Foundation in partnership with MEST Africa to bring EdTech entrepreneurs, policy stakeholders, and government together to deliberate on important issues within EdTech. Today we're discussing special needs and inclusive education with a fantastic panel. So technology continues to play a pivotal role in Africa's quest to catch up with the advanced world. It improves access to education and improves learning outcomes. Yet for many with special needs, equitable access to education continues to be difficult. Digital tools and inclusive EdTech innovations are creating an opportunity and new pathways for children and learners with disabilities to participate fully in learning environments that meet their unique needs. On EdTech Monday today, we speak to 3 specialists who will help us think through the subject of EdTech for special needs. How can we get inclusive education for all? So who are we speaking to? We have a world-class panel comprising the celebrated Mrs. Gertrude Oforiwa Fefwame. She's a renowned international advocate for disability rights, gender equity, and inclusive education. She's an expert member of the United Nations Committee on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities and its immediate past chair, the first African woman to hold this position. She serves also as a global advocacy manager for social inclusion at Sight Savers and is a commissioner with the World Council of Churches, where she champions social justice equity, and accessibility. She's also a pioneer in inclusive education and was the first visually impaired student to earn a master's degree from GIMPA and the Akrofi Cristalla Institute. And her contributions have earned her major recognitions, including the Excellence Award Grand Medal from the President of Ghana 2007 and the inaugural Women's Empowerment Award. So our first guest is Mrs. Gertrude Ofori-Afefuame. Can I call you of persons with disabilities and its immediate past chair, the first African woman to hold this position. She serves also as a global advocacy manager for social inclusion at Sight Savers and is a commissioner with the World Council of Churches, where she champions social justice, equity, and accessibility. She's also a pioneer in inclusive education and was the first visually impaired student to earn a master's degree from GIMPA and the Akrofi Cristalla Institute. And her contributions have earned her major recognitions, including the Excellence Award Grand Medal from the President of Ghana 2007 and the inaugural Women's Empowerment Award. So our first guest is Mrs. Gertrude Ofori-Afefuame. Can I call you Auntie Getty?
Yes, you can, Ben. Thank you.
Welcome to EdTech Monday.
I'm pleased to be here.
It's good to have you. We're also privileged to have Miss Alice Mamaga Akosia Amwako, a Ghanaian digital social entrepreneur and founder of the Autism Ambassadors for Ghana, a social enterprise using technology to improve the lives of children with autism. She co-developed the Autism Aid app, the first mobile app for autism in Ghana and West Africa. She has a degree in IT from the Ghana Telecom University and training in social enterprise for Reach for Change International, Sweden. With over 12 years of experience in autism advocacy and social entrepreneurship, she earned national and international recognition, including awards from the EU, UN, and the Standard Chartered Bank Women in Tech competition. She's also the lead for UNFPA Autism Project in Ghana and has been featured on many international media platforms. Despite all her busy schedules, she still has time for a master's degree in social policy at the University of Ghana. Alice Akosia Mamaga Abuako. Can I call you Mamaga?
Yes, you can.
It's good to have you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. And last but not least, we're privileged to have a renowned and retired civil servant with a distinguished career in social work within the Ghana civil and local government space. Served as a Department of Social Welfare for the Okankwe North Municipal Assembly, where he became head of department. Aaron Anthony Suka has a strong foundation in social development and governance with a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology and Political Science from the University of Ghana, as well as a diploma in social work. Throughout his service, he dedicated his professional life to advancing community welfare, promoting social justice, and supporting vulnerable groups. He's now retired, but continues to contribute to the development of the public space. Mr. Suka, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's great to have you.
Yeah.
Today's edition of EdTech Monday is on Channel 1 Television and on 97.3 Citi FM. So we're going to set the scene to address a few critical questions. I'm going to start with Auntie Getty. And I think it's important to start off by getting a sense of where the issues are as long as children with special needs are concerned. So my question to you is, what role can EdTech play in advancing inclusive education for learners with disabilities in Africa?
Thank you, Ben. A very important question. And as we all agree today, technology serves as the foundation for many things, including education, for that matter, inclusive education. It's a basis for acquiring knowledge and is a basis for impacting knowledge. So either from the space of the learner or the child with disability, or given by the instructor, the teacher, the trainer, parents, home, talk about them. Technology cannot be underestimated. It's really so important. And again, when it comes to learners with disability, there is so much barrier. There's barrier in the sense that a lot of the information we gather in print and even electronically is still not accessible. And so For me, as a visually impaired person, if you produce your document in print and I want to read it, either I have to scan it, and that is technology, so that it can come into a speech format, or it has to be sent to me in word format, like onto my computer, so that there is a screen display. There are people who cannot even talk. And there are people who cannot interact with the everyday language. Technology gives it all the different spaces and the dynamics that enables interaction. So there should be 3 things I want to emphasize. 1, the kit. 2, the content. And 3, confidence. What is the kit? The equipment that the person would require to use and the modification that comes with it. So for instance, I have here a standard computer, but I also have here a Braille note. Thanks to my department, my employer, the site savers, who bought it for me. So I can have them, and this is a complete laptop, but with Braille kits and a Braille display. We need some, and different persons with disabilities need them. Then the content. Having the kits alone is not enough. The information on it has to be accessible. Is it a primary 1 class textbook? Or is it a JSS examination material? It has to be in a such that the user should be able to interact, understand, learn in its diversities. So the content is important. Not just have the kits and there's no content or not adequate content. Then the confidence. How do I utilize it? Where am I trained? When am I mentored? Who encourages me? What are the role models? And what is my teacher telling me? What are my other siblings saying? What is the society saying? And what policy has government put in place so that I would have the confidence, we have the skills, we have the enthusiasm to utilize the equipment and the content that has been put on it.
Wow. So EdTech is critical using your KCC model, KIT, content, confidence. With that foundation, let me come to Mamaga. You are a founder of autism advocacy, but also an inventor of the app. So using autism as a case study, talk to me about how technology transformed the advocacy and support for children with special needs.
Thank you for this, Bernard. Technology has been an important tool of change when it comes to the lives of special needs children or persons with disabilities. To talk about special needs children before even delving into autism, we are looking at a group of people who need extra care in achieving an activity. So this group of people includes, persons that have impairments in communication, learning disability, emotional needs, and a lot more of them. But if you are looking at persons with autism, technology becomes a very profound tool that helps them to improve on their life. The greatest impairment for every person with autism has to do with communication difficulty, behavior issues, and challenges in interacting with people. We call it a triad of impairments when talking about persons living with autism. Now, technology comes in mainly to help them to improve on their communication, to be able to say that, Bernard, I need water, I want to eat, I want to read a book. This is how I'm reading my book. This is the challenges I'm encountering in my everyday living. If these things are not provided to support a child with autism or a person with autism, it makes life very frustrating. Beyond technology helping persons with autism to improve on their communication, now it comes to awareness. That is where the advocacy comes in. Thanks to social media, now we have a lot of autism stories online for the rest of the society to learn from, to understand the condition mainly and know how best to treat them in the society or include them in everything that we are doing. Unfortunately, the part of the world where we are coming from has a lot of superstitions and, cultural narratives around autism and other, disability issues. And so social media has helped sharing these stories to help people understand that autism is not as, scary as we've all known it to be. But if you are able to provide the necessary therapies and technologies that can help improve on the child's life, then the child will be better. And I think thirdly, technology has helped various caregivers and professionals in the, in the circles of autism to enhance their skills. We are coming from a part of the world where we don't have all the needed resources to do the work of special needs and autism. But thankfully, those in the Western countries have advanced so well. And so technology helps us to be able to learn from how they are using, their modern technology and tools and how they are doing their work so that we could also do our work here in Ghana.
So communication, behavior, interaction, communication, all these things technology can help to
improve.
Let me take the first thought of Mr. Suka. So you work as a social worker and you work in the communities, right? But how do you envision EdTech complementing community and government efforts to support vulnerable groups?
Okay, I'm privileged. We see vulnerable people in our lives all the days. They are around us. They are in our homes. They are in our communities. They are in the workplaces, marketplaces, and even in the streets begging. They are handicapped, finding it difficult to do things others do easily. In this case, they have disabilities. It is a disability which makes them handicapped in what? Doing things others do easily. Some are visually impaired, speech impaired, have multiple disabilities. They are physically challenged. So they can't do things like how mainstream people can do their things. So when government brings technology like this EdTech, it helps them to also do things like, for instance, some are even excluded in society. They are disadvantaged. So government and community needs to do something about their situation. So in this case, government has come up with solutions, some sort of solutions. In this case, I envision that EdTech comes to support government and community efforts in educating these groups. For instance, because they are marginalized, they find it difficult to join other people in doing what they have to do better. Now, government has come up, or let me say, government has done so much. For instance, government has provided DACF, like District Assembly Common Fund, to help them. What I want to say is that government has come a long way in helping these people to also come up with, to also be...
they provide financial resources to help them bridge those learning gaps.
Yes.
Using examples of this Assembly Common Fund.
That is it.
Okay.
There is this provision of this NHIS for the PWDs.
All right.
Okay. There are also schools for the visually impaired, schools for the speech impaired people. That's all that government has done.
So those are some of the things that government has done. We'll explore later more when we come back.
Now, to conclude in a short way, this EdTech, what will it do to support the people? It will enhance their social interaction through virtual meetings. They can also contribute to society as, excuse me to say, Madam is doing all over, even though in her situation. But then look at what she is doing for the whole world.
All right.
Yeah.
This is EdTech Monday. We're discussing how technology in education can help bridge the gap for learning and access for special needs learners. We have a very interesting panel. We went to town to also pick various perspectives on the issue. We're going to bring you a quick flavor of those sights and sounds from the industry.
Technology makes learning easier for kids with special needs by making learning become personalized. It also engages them. And then also they are able to learn at their own pace. The role that health and education partnership plays is that a child needs to be physically fit, mentally sound, and then also psychologically should have a stable mind to be able to learn very well. And I believe that this calls for this inclusive learning. Learning does not need only teachers that are assigned to one particular subject, or when it comes to learning environments like the schools, I believe we need other practitioners like health workers, the psychologists, we need the counselors, we need other practitioners that, inclusively will help to bring out not just the educational aspects of the child, but the supportive aspects as well. One tool that I believe can help in all-inclusive learning is the voice-assisted learning tool. And I think we also have videos, that can be shown to assist the children in learning.
Welcome back. This is EdTech Monday, the October edition, and we're discussing EdTech for special needs, inclusive education for a very interesting panel. I have Mrs. Gertrude Oforiwa Fefuame, who is a renowned international advocate for disability rights, gender equity, and inclusive education. I also have Miss Alice Mamaga Akosia Amwako, who is, I call her a techpreneur, right? So she's a founder of Autism Ambassadors Ghana, but also founder or co-developer of the Autism Aid app, a digital social entrepreneur. And then I have a social worker who's on retirement but still contributing, Anthony Aaron Suka, a retired civil servant who is a social worker as well. All right, so let's come back and look into the issues a bit more. I'm coming back to you, Auntie Getty. How can EdTech be made more accessible and affordable for learners with special needs?
Very important. Thank you, Ben. Despite the fact that globally, continentally, nationally, we emphasize the need of technology and its usage and have identified it as a very important tool to break the barriers, as we have been discussing earlier. It stands to be one of the difficult areas to break through. And it's because of one, funding. A technology difficulty and the kits, the training and the understanding is weak. Because of that, it's usually more expensive than what ordinary people can buy. And so in some countries, some funds are set up so that when you require it, you apply and then you use it, or they supply you. In Ghana, for instance, there is an opportunity of tax reliefs for manufacturers and tax relief for importers. But its effectiveness is something that we need to look at. So the cost of the equipment needs to be made affordable, cheaper, so that people could use it and access it. Then how it can be is awareness. So bravo to Master Foundation and West Africa and all the other efforts, including what the organizations of persons with disabilities and everybody has been doing, including my organization, Sight Savers, as well. Raising awareness that it is important. It should not be an afterthought. It is not an issue of disability being a barrier. It is an issue of the behavior, the attitude, the stigma, the discrimination being a barrier. So if we think at the same time when we are producing, if we think at the same time when we are supplying and supply everybody, then training is getting better, but not yet there. I had to go and do my training in 1999 in South Africa, thanks to the World Blind Union. Now, as Ghana Union of the Blind for Blindness, and for many of the enterprises, we are introducing training, but it's not yet enough. And then also repairing of the equipment. So you can get equipment sometimes, and when you get it, to maintain and to repair also becomes a challenge. The other accessibility issue is the advocacy. That all and sundry need to come and join the voices of persons with disabilities, of Citi FM channel. That has to be more and more and more until everybody in the village, in the town, and the producer gets to understand that it has to be on equal basis with others. And that there are a variety of persons with disabilities. So you don't only produce for persons with visual impairment and leave persons with speech impairment or persons with intellectual disability, name them. We have so the whole spectrum needs to be looked at and then involve persons with disabilities in the discussion.
Okay. That's wonderful.
Yes.
I know there's a lot more you can say, but at least I picked the cost issue, awareness creation, advocacy.
Training.
Training is also there as well.
Yes.
Let me come to Mamaga. So you're a co-developer of an app that is the first of its kind in the sub-region to help children with autism. Talk a bit about how that app works and how it helped the communication and the interaction and behavior of autistic children, and generally on how or what other innovations are able to bridge learning gaps for children.
The Autism Aid app, which is the first mobile app for kids with autism in Ghana and West Africa, came into existence in 2016. It was actually my final year project in the university.
Is it?
And I was very intentional and interested in the whole course. And so after school, I still had to pursue it to make it a real market product. This is a system that helps children living with autism with communication tools to help them to be able to communicate and interact with people around them. So it provides various audiovisual images. So you click on an image and it comes with a sound that can tell you that this is what I need, or this is what I want, or this is what I want to use. The app also has a feature of awareness where families and people in the society of a particular child or in the community can get to learn more about the condition. Because not to forget that these kids are not living on their own. They depend on families, they depend on parents, they depend on people in the society who one way or the other may not understand how best to support them. So the app also has an awareness feature to help people in the society to understand autism very well. The third feature of the Autism Aid app is a helpline that connects professionals to families of kids with autism. Unfortunately, in Ghana, we do not have access to so many professionals in the autism field. We don't have the institutes or the institutions that can train so many professionals in autism. And so for the few we have here, mostly in Accra, are serving the whole of Ghana. And so it becomes very difficult for families of kids with autism to have access to the right therapies. And so the app, the Autism Aid app, also helps to bridge that gap, where you can get connected to a professional, if you are in Northern region, can get connected to, a speech therapist in Accra here, who can have an online session with you and support you through the care of your child. That has been what Ghana has used for the past almost 10 years.
Wow.
It hasn't been an easy journey on it. Looking forward to more young, tech entrepreneurs to dive into the aspects of developing innovations to support children living with autism and other disabilities as well. But for the African region, there are other two, systems that support kids with autism as well. So South Africa has an app we call Traco.
Traco.
Yes, it helps to track the clinical journey of a child with autism. So how the child is improving, at what step, and which other therapy that they need to improve on their living. And Nigeria also have what we call the Bloom Buddy, which was developed in partnership with Autism Speaks. Autism Speaks is the biggest autism group in the whole of the world. And then the Bloom Buddy also helps with a screening tool to help diagnose a child living with autism accurately. So autism is a spectrum. Every child with autism is different, even if they are twins. And so this child may be in a particular need, which is different from what another child would need. But the Bloom Body helps them to have a good screening tool that is quite specific to the Nigerian region and helps them to understand what need to provide for each child. So this has been the 3 apps that we've had in the African region for the past 10 years.
So we have your
Autism Aid app.
Autism Aid app. We have the Traco.
And then we have the Bloom Buddy from Nigeria.
Just to elaborate, the way autism works, I suspect these apps cannot just be used by the person, but by the ecosystem around. So, for example, the primary caregiver. So it's not just an app for the child.
Not just for the child.
So it has to be used communally for it to be
Yeah, so all the support system of that particular child has a particular feature they need to use to help the child to be very functional in using that particular technology.
Because what I've learned is that, especially with disability generally and special needs, a lot of times the problem is not even the person who suffers the inability. It is the people around and their willingness to engage, their willingness to learn.
To understand the condition better.
So a lot of times when the primary caregiver is not there, even though the person may want to improve, it's difficult. So
very, very difficult.
Wonderful.
I think in the submission of Auntie Gertrude, made mention of affordability and accessibility of technology in supporting special needs. And so, for instance, all these 3 apps that I've mentioned are free to access. But one challenges, we realized when implementing the Autism Aid app was that some of these families are already burdened with financial challenges and so cannot even provide the basic Android tablet or iOS device to download the Autism Aid app or any other system. Because beyond these 3 that we've mentioned, there are other, autism apps on the online market that parents can download. But due to financial issues, do not have access to the tablets to be able to, support the children with the basic technology that we need. So definitely going forward, we would also have to look into introducing low-tech, innovations that can support
accessibility.
To improve accessibility. Because for a family that is already burdened, you can't sell an app to them.
You have to find ways of paying for this.
Exactly.
Mr. Suka, you work in the community, right? What systems, policies, or social work structures need to be strengthened to ensure inclusive education for all?
Okay, if I want to take Ghana as a case study, I would say the government adopted inclusive education in 2016. That means all children, no child should be left out in education. So for that matter, there were policies, legislation, and other structures. For instance, the Children's Act 1988, Act 560, mandate that all children, every child has right to education. So in that case, no child should be left out, whether with disability or not. There is also the Disability Act of 2006, Act 715. That also makes it possible that every child, whether with disability or not, should also be in school. There is also this F-Cube, free compulsory universal basic education. Every child must have the opportunity to go to school. So no child should be left out, whether disadvantaged or not.
Wonderful.
Now, the issue is, has this legislations, policies, are they working very well? My no will be stronger than yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because there are implementation gaps.
Right.
Yes, which need to be what? Strengthened. For instance, lack of legal issues. Enforcement. There should be a cut-out budget which can make it possible that those who are in helm of affairs are able to implement. There is also lack of implementation. For instance, enforcement is a problem. There should be annual reports. For instance, those directly involved, like Ministry of Education, Gender Ministry, they should come out with annual plans. Like this, what is going to happen this year. Then there should be audit on this report. There should be evaluation. There should be proper monitoring.
Thank you.
To make sure that all that government has, the policies are being implemented.
So don't just have the law. People should track it.
Yes.
Monitor, evaluate.
Yes.
And do assessments.
Yes.
All right.
And also, sorry.
No, yeah, okay, last one.
And also, you see, poverty is making it difficult for even some parents.
Yeah.
Yes. Too. So there should be a way that poor people should be targeted.
Yeah.
So in this case, this Assembly's Common Fund, for instance, should always be, it shouldn't be something like it will come, they will pay this 3 months before they will pay. Those children should also have access to health insurance. Yeah. There should be this capitation grant, this feeding, school feeding.
Yeah.
All these things should be strengthened. And when these things are put in place,
wonderful.
We think the inclusive education can work perfectly.
Let me end this round with a quick question on collaboration. So we have parents, we have schools, we have communities like techpreneurs and that kind of thing. Auntie Getty, how can they collaborate better to maximize the impact of EdTech tools for special needs? Talk about collaboration. How can they collaborate better? What can we do? What areas of collaboration would you propose?
Thank you very much. The areas of collaboration would, among others, include joining the networks that works on the innovation and the changes, and particularly change of attitude into a positive, into the environment. So there are several networks of persons with disabilities, but there are more networks for everybody. And to understand that everybody, persons with disabilities are part of everybody. So whether you're a market group or a cultural group or farmers group, wherever you are, embrace persons with disabilities. Listen to their issues. And if it's technology about farming, if it's about data for marketing or for health, make sure that you work with them together. Then, thanks to Mr. Nsuka for talking about the implementation. So these networks should also strengthen the voices so that the existing policies that need to be implemented, and though that has to be even made better, like the Person with Disabilities Act is not in compliance with the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. So we are in the process of revising, and is at the stage for it to be enacted at the Parliament, and we're advocating. This network will help it.
Wonderful.
Then we talked about care, funding of equipment, and the mentorship. So if this network, society, wherever you are, teachers, parents, if we could support the issue of funds. Is it susu that we are making so that you don't leave your child with disability behind? Make susu, contribute, and then talk to the right people, the manufacturers to add on, and the child gets it.
All right.
Mentorship and also encouragement. Link them with others who have had the success and encourage them. And then also, don't tell them, you said there, you are a sick person. No person with disability is sick. A person with disability is a disability. And disability is not sickness. And disability does not create barriers. It's we, the rest of the society.
Okay.
And finally, each of these groups are trainers. They are employers. They are entrepreneurs. They should embrace persons with disabilities so that they can have internship. They can learn with their children in school. I'm telling you, there are people who withdraw their children from mainstream schools because a child with disability has been admitted in the school. In this era, how can it be possible? So if we all change this and collaborate and understand that disability is not a curse, it's not a misfortune, it's not somebody's call, but we are all together working on it. It got diversity.
All right.
And whether you like it or not, anyway, as we grow, we'll encounter it. Let's make a life easy for everybody. So even as we grow, and our knees and our heads and our ears and our eyes are failing, we have a lovely and a very enjoyable and productive community to live in together.
This is still EdTech Monday, and we're live, or we're on Channel 1 Television and also on Citi FM. We will take another interregnum where we will hear from more perspectives on the subject of inclusive education with EdTech. Stay with us.
EdTech can raise awareness for inclusive education by showcasing success stories and data-driven insights which would resonate with policymakers, educators, and the general public. Digital tools can help to amplify the voice of children and students with special needs by enabling them to express themselves, be it text-to-speech platforms or creative digital media, which would enable their life to be easier and better. To our communities, we can support children with special needs by reducing stigmatization, providing them with the needed support from their guardians, family members, teachers, and community members. These supports could be emotional, physical, and educational, and this would encourage, empower, and support them in their educational career, which will help them to become better people in society.
We're still discussing inclusive education using EdTech on the October edition of EdTech Monday, brought to you by the MasterCard Foundation in partnership with Mest Africa. My name is Bernard Avle. My panel has just been blowing my mind with great ideas on technology, collaboration, access, and those nice things. I'm going to end by asking a final question. So, what one urgent step must Africa take to ensure inclusive education for children with special needs through EdTech? Mr. Suka.
Yeah, so Africa is always lagging behind in education in most things. But for this particular issue, Africa must introduce EdTech or technology, education technology in all schools.
All right.
Yes, no school should be left out. In that case, all children will benefit from, the inclusive education. And then it will improve quality of life of all children, for that matter, everybody. Yeah.
Wonderful. Mamaga, what are your thoughts on one urgent step Africa must take to improve learning outcomes in EdTech?
I think we need to look at awareness as a very critical thing that needs to be done, not just in Ghana, but the whole of Africa. Because for a child living with autism to enjoy a safe and an impactful learning environment, the teacher teaching the child should know very well about autism. The child or the other students in the classroom with that child should know best how to treat or accept that child living with autism. For that tech entrepreneur to be able to develop the best of assistive devices or tools or solutions to support the child with autism, that tech entrepreneur should be able to understand autism very well and know what can best fit or support a child living with autism. And so when awareness is, well drowned in a kind of society, in a kind of state, we all can better understand what way or the other can we support a child living with autism to enjoy a safe and an impactful education.
I'm going to end where I started with Mrs. Fefwame. So give us your closing thoughts on how the continent can accelerate inclusive education using EdTech.
Thank you very much. So Africa should seriously implement Agenda 263 and the Digital Compact of the Summit of the Future, utilize international cooperation and ensure equipment, the correct content for the user, and confidence building for the user is available so that everybody gets it at the same time on equal basis with others. Thank you.
Amazing closing thoughts. So it must be accessible, it must be available, it must be affordable, it must be inclusive. We've been discussing how to use the power of EdTech to bridge learning gaps and access for learners with special needs. In this October edition of EdTech Monday, my guests have been Mrs. Gertrude Ofori-Afepuame, who's an international disability rights advocate, an expert member, and immediate past chair of the CRPD committee, among other credentials. We've also had Mr. Aaron Anthony Suka, who is a retired civil servant, former head of Department for Social Welfare.
Protect yourself from germs and bacteria with confidence. Cleanse hand soap effectively kills 99.9% of germs with every use. Perfect for all your hand washing moments throughout the day. Available in a variety of variants and delightful flavors. Choose Cleanse for yourself, your family, and friends. Make Cleanse your daily essential. The GC brand. It's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
That's clean soap. Clean. They're luckiest. Luckiest everywhere. For everyone. Yeah.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn one CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community go win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly. Not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Hot jobs.
Tired of HR headaches? Simplify your business with Hot Jobs Africa. As your one-stop HR shop, we handle recruitment, labor outsourcing, expatriate management, consultancy services, and corporate trainings. Plus, we offer staff basing and 100% staff support to boost productivity. Don't let HR hassles hold you back. Contact Hot Jobs Africa today. Call us on 030-3980-362. WhatsApp us on 020-433-6004 or email info@hotjobsafrica.org. Visit our website www.hotjobsafrica.org. Hot Jobs Africa. Think HR, think Hot Jobs.
Hot jobs.
And where do you think you're going?
To train in the garden.
With my broom?
Mom, it's a javelin.
Oh, really? And that plate?
That's not a plate, it's a discus, Mom. We are training to become winners.
Well, you know you need lots of energy to become winners. So you both better start your day with Twisco before you go anywhere. Besides its great chocolatey taste, Twisco is enriched with Enerfort, a blend of energy-boosting vitamins and minerals for little winners.
Thanks, Mom.
Got to keep my little winners in shape. Twisco, power your dreams.
This advert is FDA approved.
It's the Electroland Xmas are picking warmer promotion. Citi is appreciating and Electroland is offering. Buy Nasco LED TV from $6.99 Ghana cedis, and when you buy Nasco French door, you get a free 5-gas cooker. Buy Nasco 425-liter chest freezer and get free 24-inch TV. Now buy the 545 to 800-liter Nasco chest freezers and get free tabletop fridge. Buy selected TCL smart TVs and get free TV wall bracket, air purifier, and professional monitor. Or you can buy TCL side-by-side fridge and get free 24-inch LED TV. Buy the Samsung QLED 4K Neo TVs from 65 to 100-inch and get your free music frame wireless speaker. Buy Samsung DuraCool Twin Cooling Plus and get free blender or 4-burner gas cooker. Now rush to Electroland showrooms or authorized dealers in Ghana. Call 050-315-9339 or visit www.electrolandgh.com.
You don't say Premier League no get size, the passion, the goals, hey, it a be rough. And DSTV is giving premium customers the chance to watch a Premier League game live. All you need to do is to keep your DSTV premium subscription active from now till 15th December. Dial *759# and stand the chance to watch your favorite star play before your very eyes. This promo is brought to you by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. T's and C's apply. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
So that's all we have time for Monday's edition of the show. My name is Bernard Avle. I was here with the whole team. Coming up next is Citi News at 10 with Samuel Akon. Good morning.
Good morning. Coming up, 3 shot dead by unidentified gunmen in the Upper East region. And Ghana TVET service interdict 3 head teachers for unapproved